Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter sticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. I'm just gonna do something real quick, cause... Sorry about this. There we go. Yeah, okay, that should be better. Okay, welcome back to the Storytime Network. We're here with the Paradox Hour podcast because it is the fall 2024 anime 3+ episode check-in. Not that many shows are actually still on 3 episodes, but you know, it is what it is.
Yep.
To be fair, it's partially anime's fault for, you know, having such a fucking, like, wide-ranging...
Fuck wild.
Like, shows will air, like, or start, like, fucking 2 or 3 weeks apart. And there were actually more than normal amount of shows that, you know,
Started super early.
not even started super early. Started, like, dropped 2 episodes together.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because, like, at most we'll usually only have, like, maybe 1. I feel like there was at least 2 to 4 this season.
Was a lot, yeah.
But you know what didn't drop that I didn't talk about at the premiere stream because I kind of forgot about it?
Uh-huh.
Thunderbolt Fantasy Season 4. Well, it did drop, but not on Crunchyroll. Fuck
Yeah, I
you,
was gonna say that.
Crunchyroll.
Rip.
Yeah, they didn't get licensed.
That
Fuck you,
sucks.
Crunchyroll. Go fuck yourselves, you mail-stealing bastards. I hope...
Those two sects of Crunchyroll are probably unrelated.
I don't care. No, I hope they are. I hope they are, and I hope the person who made that decision gets fined a fuck ton of money and goes to prison.
Yeah.
And then somebody smart takes over, and they license Thunderbolt Fantasy Season 4.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking stupid decision because they've already done 3 seasons and 2 movies for it.
Yeah.
Why
I'm not
would
sure
you-
what's
It is
going on there.
odd.
There's like 2 more seasons. Just do them and be finished.
To be fair, it might be out of their hands. Could be the rights holders being weird about it.
I doubt it. But yeah.
It's perfectly possible. I mean, not that I want to defend Crunchyroll necessarily, but I'm just saying, you know,
I mean,
might
it's
not
kind of a
be in their
labyrinthine
hands.
thing at this point.
It might be, but I don't know. I don't trust Crunchyroll licensing wise anymore.
I mean, you
'Cause
probably
it certainly wasn't Crunchyroll's fault that they didn't get Girls Band Cry until like now.
No, that one was purely on Toei, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, that was all
It was
Toei being
absolutely
really weird.
Toei.
Which is why I'm worried about the Daima dub.
Yeah.
But we'll see about that one. Anyway, we should get started with our first show, of course, which, if I just get the fucking list up so I know exactly what it is. Let's start with 365 Days to the Wedding.
Oh, this has been such a delight.
This continues to be pretty fun, yeah. And unfortunately relatable.
Uh-huh. So what happens when you have 2 dorks trying to fake a courtship and, spoiler alert, falling for each other for realsies.
2 neurodivergent dorks.
True.
Because
But
yeah,
yes,
I feel that like that's fairly plain at this point. It's especially Rika. God, Rika.
She definitely, has that vibe from what we, get of both her backstory and her just general demeanor and habits.
I gotta say, it was a little sad, the whole, you know, little Rika having to play it, spending time with her mum.
Yeah.
Were you also, like, a little confused or it was a little weird that Rika's mum called her Rika-san in the note?
That is a bit weird, yes.
Like, as far as I'm aware, like, parents don't tend to use honorifics with their kids, and if they do, it would generally be, you know, more informal.
Mm-hmm. Usually like a Chan or a Kun.
Yeah, so, like, using San just felt weird.
Yeah, it's much more respectful than most parents would be to their children in, you know, Japanese culture. Sometimes like a thing with like step parents or parents of like someone who's like the heir to a fortune or something like that, but that's about it. And that's not the case here.
No, it's just a little weird. Maybe it's gonna be a thing in the end. I mean,
we haven't gotten a lot of focus on Rika's family.
No, I mean at the start of episode, which episode was it? Episode 2, I think, or in episode 2. Was it? Yeah, episode 2. Start of episode 2. That's right. Yes. Rika did get a text from somebody who she didn't seem that happy to be getting a text from them.
Yeah.
So that might be that her relationship with her mum has devolved since the playing at traveling days.
Perhaps. We can only guess.
Thus far, yes, we can only guess.
However, on the other side, something that's not ambiguous, actual really nice queer rap in episode 3.
Oh yeah, Claudia just straight up saying like, yeah, no, I've got to love her, she's a woman. You two have convinced me that I should, you know, just get married to her properly. Thanks.
Yep. Divorce the beard and get married to the actual woman she loves.
Fuck my country. Gotta get the gay.
Yep, exactly. Good for her, honestly.
Yeah, no. I mean, a little awkward for Rika and Takia, of course, but, you know, still good.
Honestly, it was probably the funniest possible way for the misunderstanding to get cleared up. But yeah, yeah, it was a really good episode. And then we dive into the stuff with Takia's family, which is so awkward at points.
Yeah. I mean, clearly Takia's dad isn't, you know, I don't think he's necessarily a bad dad. He certainly seems like he's been present in Takia's life, but... And
he's not like outright abuse or anything, it's just like, there's a very big disconnect between the two.
Disconnect, and there's a lot of, like, little, I guess, microaggressions.
Yes.
You know, a lot of expectations that, you know, Takia has no, you know, Takia shouldn't have to fulfill. I mean, little bits like, I mean, you know, Koichi talked about, you know, the wedding being this big thing for the family, not for Takia. There was, you know, Koichi said, "Don't let me down," when talking about Takia's life. So he's making Takia's life about him and not Takia.
Yep. It's a damn shame he's so brusque and just a bit off-putting, because, like, the rest of the family are delight.
No, the sisters are good, the mum's good, the grandma is definitely good, the granddad just has a bad back. I literally don't think he said anything other than my back hurts.
Yes. Every time they come back to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And course, now we've got the messiness of a childhood friend.
Yep. That's going to go well, I'm sure.
Oh, that's going to go wonderfully, I'm sure. Especially considering she's coming to Tokyo with them.
Well, not necessarily with them per se, but you know.
She is going to Tokyo, yeah. And then we've got this weird thing with the fucking modulated voice.
Yeah, I don't know why that element's in the show. It doesn't feel necessary, really.
I mean, if nothing else, I'm kind of getting the vibe that they're not actually threatening. They're actually trying to set, Taki and Rika up properly.
That'd be hilarious.
Honestly, I'm kind of wondering if that's the reason for this fucking, promotion trip to Anchorage thing. That would not surprise me if, you get to the end of the 365 days, and it's like, hey, this is all just a scheme to see how many of our employees we can get together. How did it work? Did it work? Cool. You too. Good. Especially considering how, fucking obsessed these people seem to be with, marriage being the be-all and end-all of adult life.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being, putting too nice of a slant on the fucking boss, who I still do not like.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
But speaking of stuff that we're having a fun time seeing,
let's move on to Acro Trip. Nobunaga Shimazaki is giving his all for this show, and I love him for it.
He's great. He is just so funny.
The fucking noise he made when he poked his head out the window and got hit in the face with a can is just, it killed me. It absolutely killed me.
His just, desperate, defeated voice as the Kumakaijins just float off into the distance.
Yeah. God. Oh, God.
Did you see this week's episode?
I did. So, the kid that gave Chrome the idea to be an evil mastermind, that's definitely Mashiro, right?
Probably.
No, it's 100% Mashiro. They've got... The voice is the same, the eyes are the same, the hair coloring is the same. The kid was called Makun, and we now know that the punishment for the evil organization is being turned into a cute animal.
Speaking of which, Takahito Kobayatsu.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I'm glad, because, look, evil I can take, but Hugh was sexist.
Yeah, no, he was an asshole. But damn if Takahito Kobayatsu didn't give it his all to make that character amusing.
Yeah. I mean, that episode was funny just because of Chrome in the magical girl fit not even having a name, just number 2.
Yep.
And also, Shizuko calling a real-ass man non-canon.
That is so fucking funny. Yeah, there's also the whole bit of, Berry Blossom mistaking the one who's, infatuated with her, to be Chrome rather than Shizuko.
Mm.
And promptly launching Chrome into the stratosphere.
I mean, just Berry in general is a very sort of, clumsy, oblivious, magical girl. She causes more damage to the environment than Chrome does by far.
Yeah. It's very funny.
I mean, Chrome's great idea of evil is taking up a seat on a swing and not moving even when a child asks him to. He's so bad at being evil. He's, worse at being evil than Doofenshmirtz, and that's saying something.
Mm-hmm. It's hilarious. Yeah, the whole cast is really fun.
I mean, I also love the granddad that is just taking everything in stride and goes to fucking, fitness go.
Yes. Yeah, this one's a very funny show in general.
Yeah. I believe we've still got some, whatchamacallit, characters still to be introduced, so we'll see on...
We're halfway through the fucking show, Jesus.
I mean, yeah, we're six episodes into a 12-episode run, so...
Well, we'll see how things go from here.
But yeah. I think, again, it's a comedy. There's not a huge amount to say. There's not a huge amount in terms of plot. I mean, next episode does look like it'll be a Chrome and Mashiro backstory episode, so...
That'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll see with that. Yeah, we should probably move on to our next show, which is... After School Hanako-kun Season 2. Hey, this is finished.
Holy shit, that was fast.
Well, yeah, because it's 4 10-minute episodes.
Yep.
I wish I had more shows like this.
Oh well, it is what it is. Still a fun show.
No, absolutely a fun show. It's so much fun. Like, it's a couple of, like, one segment. I think the final episode was just like a little weird.
Yeah, it was just basically a Halloween gag, and that's it.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think the first season ended similarly, so you know it's just sticking to it. But you know, the other 2 episodes, all four segments, fucking hilarious. Episode 6 was just about the fucking gender-bending monster.
Yep. I knew you'd have fun with that one.
Yeah. I mean, what I had fun with was the fact that, you know, gender-bent Hanako tried to seduce Ko. And
it just did not work.
Ko gave an explanation that I'm not sure quite how familiar either of you are with Kagurabachi, the manga series.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
But there's been a meme developing throughout the series of a bunch of dudes being absolutely fucking obsessed with the main character's dad, and him having the exact same reaction to every single occasion of that, of just like ... question mark with this just like expression on his face. I've been inserting that fucking meme in my notes a lot in this for this fucking stream. This was one of them. But, you know, people who are wondering what I'm meaning, I'll just put that up on the screen. That's the expression I'm talking about.
It's funny. I never really thought about it, but yeah, a lot of characters are just obsessed with Chihiro's dad.
Yeah,
I never really thought about that.
Insanely obsessed with it, and it's every single time he's just like, I mean, to be fair, he did the same thing with Hakari when he just was like being his fanboy self. But yes, no, that is the exact reaction I had to hearing Ko's explanation for Hanako's seduction not working.
I mean, Ko does give off that vibe.
Look, there's a reason he's shipped with Mitsuba a lot.
Yep. The whole gender bending thing was just full of homoerotic vibes, if we're being honest.
I mean, look, good on Natsuhiko. He was apparently so set on a het relationship that he was willing to transition himself to assure it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, T for T is still queer.
Yeah.
An interesting choice, but hey, you know, gotta respect the drive, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the fucking Moke, like, TV show. Like, what the fuck?
Moke and a plunger. No!
They blended a Moke. Tsuchikamori and Yako covered Haruko's eyes. Then it turned into a shopping program where it's like, here's this 10,000 yen hat, but we've got a special deal on where if you buy the hat, you get 2 stickers, and the deal is for 50,000 yen. What a steal! And then fucking Hanako wanted to do it. Fucking.
And then we find out Nene actually did it.
Yeah, Nene actually did it. Yeah.
And she doesn't remember doing it either.
No. Apparently there's some hypnotism element to it. Which played
God.
into the second segment of that episode when, Hanako, Nene, and Ko, took over the that cafe.
Mhm.
And Tsuchigumori was like, no, I don't trust any one of you kids, which I would have previously I would have said was harsh on Nene, but this is coming after the 50k hat purchase, so I get it.
Who spends 50? That's like spending $500 on a hat. It's like, who does that?
It was a very fashionable moke hat with 2 stickers. You're not forgetting the stickers, are you? It was a steal. It was an absolute steal. But yeah, no, I'm always happy to get more Hanako-kun. I'm really looking forward to,
Season 2 next season.
Season 2 in winter. I'm going to be really interested to see what they do there, because there is a short arc that they 100% have to include. Didn't do it in the first season, and they're going to have to do it at the start of the second.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And it's
I love it when they backtrack on filler.
It's not even filler. It's just that they skipped over it.
Oh.
But it's like a really, really important arc.
That'll be
it's
fun.
really, really important. I'm guessing they just wanted to end on, that Mitzvah stuff they had at the end of Season 1. But yeah, no, they definitely have to include that particular arc they skipped over. They really do. So, they should do it at the start of the season, but we'll see.
Alright.
But we should move on to our next show, which is another sequel. It is... As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. Season 2.
I'm glad you went with this screenshot number.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is gold. he's
Reach is great.
So funny. I was curious because it's like, I wonder how Reitz is doing with ours just being away for so long. And
Not well.
And then we see him doing fine, and then someone mentions ours, and he just loses it.
Get yourself someone that's devoted to you as that. Actually, maybe don't.
Maybe don't. I mean, this is they call him the Reaper, so It's the kind of person you want on your side.
Mm-hmm. There's been some very interesting politicking and developments on this front.
Yeah, everything that's happened these past few episodes just reminds me of how fucking stupid that one show I watched was. The Otome one, where the king just asks an 8-year-old girl for political advice for no reason.
I'm trying to remember which one that was. Oh,
I forget the name of it.
Season.
Yeah, it was this season. It was one of the garbage shows I watched for the premiere stream, and it was bad. But yeah,
don't ask an 8-year-old girl for political advice. Ask a 13-year-old.
Yeah,
14 at this point.
Hey, an established 14-year-old who actually, has made a name for himself.
Yes. Well, in fairness, both Licia and ours are very well studied in this regard. But yes, really good stuff, honestly.
Sorry, what was that? My headphones cut out.
Oh. Licia and ours have both proven to be very, well-educated in this regard, and they both done a very good job of distinguishing themselves.
They're also absolutely adorable together. Let's talk about that
100%. 100%.
Absolutely precious. I love it.
Absolute sweethearts, the both of them.
I love it. I forget the one dude's name, but the one guy who pretty much screwed up the whole negotiations.
He screwed the pooch, except Licia actually planned for that.
Yeah, no, that was all part of her according
Kikaku.
to Keikaku. Yeah, exactly. that was all according to Cake.
Yeah, no, it's really really hilarious, that reveal.
Yeah. And I thought he was going to be just the worst, but no, he pretty quickly turns into a pretty respectable character. Mm-hmm. So credit to the show for not keeping an annoying character around for too long.
Yeah. And also, like, making efforts to actually make the character less annoying.
Making him a better person, yeah. Pretty great.
Him weaponizing his incompetence was actually pretty clever.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. No, this show's been pretty great. I'm pretty happy with it. This has been a pleasant surprise pretty consistently, and it's been delivering, even with the emotional moments.
Yeah.
When like when ours was visiting his father's grave.
Mm-hmm. It's really somber there.
Yeah. No, this is a good isekai. One of the few good isekai we've had lately.
Yes. Oh yeah, speaking of which, we got a nice little showcase of our resident mage's firepower, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Just cast meteor, why don't you?
Not just meteor, fucking meteor swarm, basically.
Yeah.
For those D&D aficionados out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really fucking great. Great flex from Charlotte, even though she passed out basically immediately afterwards.
I like how Reitz was just willing to go just half a day. I could hold them off for a whole day. Hell, I could take them all out if you want. And then Charlotte counters for, I could stall them for a full hour if you need me to.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah, very good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, just very good stuff. I am very happy with the show so far. And a lot of stuff very well, and looking forward to seeing what tomorrow's episode will bring.
Yeah.
Alright, if we're ready to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's turn to a terrified teacher at Ghoul School. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop this 3 episodes.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat, if I'm being honest.
It's not that...
Like, there were...
It's not even necessarily that there's anything, like, that I... Well, there's obviously the uniform fetish that I dislike, but it's been generally sparse enough that I can mostly ignore it. At the end of the day, it's a comedy, and it's just not been that funny.
That's kind of the worst, isn't it, when a comedy isn't funny?
Yeah. There's been some little funny bits, but...
There have been a couple gags that made me chuckle, but it was more of like a sensible chuckle rather than like a laughing out loud.
Like, again, this... You know, Acro Trip was absolutely fucking killing me.
Yep.
Other shows later down the line that we will talk about have, you know, at least had moments of killing me. I don't feel like this has had that moment where I've actually, like, full-on laughed.
Which is a damn shame, because, like, we know Sad Light can do better.
At the end of the day, I think the biggest issue is Haruaki is the fucking main character. He's just too pathetic.
Yeah, you gotta have a nice balance, because if you make your character too much of a pathetic asshole, like, they stop being enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that I've noted in my notes as being kind of funny was the giant fish advising how best to eat him. Like, that was pretty funny. But, you know, there was a lot of, like, sort of zaniness for the sake of zany without actually doing the sort of putting in the work to get there.
There were a couple of gags around that one super giant dude that were kind of chuckle-worthy, but that's like...
I mean, I was too busy getting annoyed at, like, how stupid making him climb the entire kid was.
Oh, yeah, no. Just bring a fucking helicopter or some shit.
Not even that! Get the kid to bend down! Then he's only going halfway. Also, He can apparently
shrink.
He can apparently shrink to normal size, sit on his shoulder, and then have him grow.
Yep. There are so many other solutions to it.
Yeah.
It's very dumb.
I mean, there's, maybe it was Haranaka and Miki, hazing Haruaki, but it didn't come off clear enough. Yeah, as I said, it's not like I was, hating what I was watching, but I just feel like this, especially in this season where I've got so many shows as it is, there are better uses of my time.
I'm in a similar boat. This is always, this and one other show are the ones I was, most hesitant to get to. Rather than just, knocking him out as soon as I have a chance. Because that was, most of the shows I'm watching, I'm just like, oh, I have a chance to watch this. Click. Not the case with this one.
I mean, the only other show... Well, there was one other show that I was sort of on watching, but nowhere near to this extent. We'll get to it. There was Tonbo that I'm a little irritated having to watch, but that's more because of the fucking streaming services shit that's going on with that, which I will get to. But yeah, otherwise it was this that I was just like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. As I said, I just got to the end of the third episode and was like, okay, I've got another episode of this to watch. Do I feel like actually watching it? Not really. It's. I 100% do not feel like I'm going to be missing out by not watching more of this.
I am in the same camp.
But I don't think...
force yourself to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I don't want to, linger on this too long. So let's move on to our next show. It's another sequel. It's not the next sequel on the list because that one hasn't dropped yet, but it is Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, The Conflict.
Good old Bleach.
Yeah, Bleach. We've been getting some good stuff, actually. So, Ukitake did his thing and unleashed the Soul King's hand that lived within him. And while this does happen in the manga, we actually get an extended backstory for it this time, which is pretty good because it was kind of just a thing that just happened in the manga without we got an explanation, but it wasn't that great of one. But here we actually get to see his full past and everything, which is pretty cool. And on top of that, we actually get a full Ichigo Uryu fight, which again never happened in the manga at this point. So it's pretty cool, and we even see Uryu's Volsterndick for the first time, which again he never uses in the manga or the novels or anything. This is its first appearance of it, and it's pretty cool. It has that really annoying power where he summons a bunch of arrow things that fly around and shoot lasers. So
it's fun.
Yeah, dealing with that is a pain. And you could argue that the Ichigo Uryu fight is padding, but I'd say since again we never really get this fight in the manga, and it kind of just adds
worse forms of padding.
Oh yeah, and also I'd say it actually adds to the emotional weight of his quote unquote betrayal. So I think it really works, and it adds to the story a bit more than it just wastes your time. So yeah, we get some good extensions of what's already there already. So been pretty fun, but Yoabaha actually succeeds in killing the Soul King and takes his power.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, everything is doomed, supposedly. Oh, and also a certain someone is going off to see Aizen, and yeah. So.
Oh, are we going to get that thing this season?
We're getting at least some of that thing this season. I don't know how much we're getting, but we're getting more Aizen, basically.
I do hope you get a screenshot of the thing.
I hope so too, but we'll see.
Reminder that Twitch has quite strict regulations on nudity.
Oh, there's nothing.
Look, I know Aizen probably has a giant dick, but you know we can't necessarily show that on Twitch.
Oh no, he absolutely does, but don't worry about it. But yeah, fun stuff happening. Yeah, fun stuff happening. Good extensions of stuff that's in the manga but never really gets fleshed out. This is what I've been hoping from this adaptation so far, and it's delivering. So I have no real complaints, at least yet. But we're getting close to the messier stuff. So as long as it cleans that stuff up, I'll be happy. But so far, it's been good fun. I also have not seen today's episode. I just realized, but yeah.
Fine.
I mean, you've got an extra hour tonight. You can do it.
Yeah.
Yes, daylight savings. One good thing about it is tonight.
I have to do overtime at like 7 in the morning tomorrow. I'm getting as much sleep as possible.
No, that's 100% fair.
Understandable.
100% fair.
I'll be watching Bleach later though.
All right, let's move on to our next show, which is Blue Box.
I love this show.
This adaptation continues to be fucking stellar. Like, it is...
Oh, absolutely.
It is almost frame for frame from the manga, in a
but
good
with
way.
Just the right amount of embellishments.
Yeah. Well, I think... I know they skipped a little bit of Taiki and Haru talking when Taiki was trying to return or swap gym uniforms with Chinatsu, but that's the only thing that I can really pick out that they skipped. Beyond little like fucking non-text box bits of dialogue, but you know, they've been including some of that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they've been figuring it out.
This is, you know, this is as good an adaptation as I could have hoped for Blue Box.
Absolutely. Production values continue to be excellent, and all the characters involved continue to be wonderful dorks.
I mean, obviously, the big thing in these episodes is that Haru got introduced, and he is, you know, started off as a massive troll in the best way possible.
Yep. And of course, we have our favorite wingman, Kyo, rather.
No, Kyo's
trying to pronounce Haru.
Kyo's been doing a good wingman job, and you know, Kina started trying and then started getting these weird feelings that she hasn't figured out yet.
Oh no! Whatever will she do?
What else? We also had Kishi, who's pretty fun.
Yep.
Though I noticed that the manga actually got Kishi's name wrong.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that's funny.
Because it's Kishi Shorichiro, but in the manga, he's introduced as Ichiro Kishisho.
Did John Wary translate it?
I don't know. Probably not, but you know, I don't know. But yeah, so that was an interesting thing to notice. But yeah, no, I mean, these episodes are just, you know, Taki and Chinatsu getting closer and closer, and it's just really good. You know, these two have really good romantic chemistry.
Absolutely.
I mean, they have good chemistry in general, but you know, it is good in a way that, you know, it sets up them having a romantic relationship in a way that, you know, some romance shows don't manage to do. You know, there are absolutely some romance shows that try and set up a couple, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't feel the, you know, romantic chemistry there. But Taiki and Chinatsu definitely have that. I have no other screenshot there. And yeah.
You got a perfect screenshot as it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Excellent. But yeah, no, I love seeing these two dorks slowly get closer together, and love seeing their friends flail about along the way as well.
I mean, Haru's not doing any flailing at this stage.
No, Haru's got things figured out for himself. He's just trolling.
It's so funny that he is... Yeah, obviously, he clearly overhears, you know, Taiki saying that he's interested in Chinatsu. Decides to mess with him a little bit about it. Especially, you know, like, oh, maybe I'm interested in her as well. And then just, you know, like, casually reveals, oh, no, I've already got a girlfriend. I'm not interested in anyone else.
Yeah. Just hilarious little shit behavior.
And in front of Chinatsu as well, so you knew Taiki couldn't do or say a damn thing about it. If you could say a thing about it anyway.
Yeah. Overall, just a very good time.
Yeah, no, absolutely excellent adaptation. I mean, the one thing I'll say is the badminton maybe hasn't been as good as it could have been, but it's honestly fine. It's been as good as it's needed to be. You know, obviously this show does have a sports element to it, but it's not, you know,
not the focus.
It's not enough of a focus that I want, you know, a huge you know, a huge amount of the animation stuck into the sports scenes.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
Especially the ones at this early stage. There might be, you know, we've obviously got some big matches coming up, so we'll see on that one.
It's largely been plot irrelevant though so far, or just plot adjacent rather.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the stuff for Taiki versus Kishi was honestly pretty good. But
and good old Kyo wingmanning on that was great.
Yeah, no, that was great. And, you know, again, I think that's the moment for Kyo, for him to really believe that Taiki has a chance. But yeah, so we should probably move on to our next show, which has had less fortune in the animation department, because we move on to Blue Lock Season 2.
Oof.
Yeah. This animation has taken a downgrade.
Also a very fitting screenshot, and also pretty funny as well.
Yeah, no, I loved the gentle parallel world.
That was probably my favorite part of the episodes I watched. It's like, oh shit, like some actual decent
decent people who aren't looking to, you know, murder me if I do better than them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at one point, fucking Rin straight up called Usagi a dead body.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But you know, I like Hiyori. I like Nanase. They've been fun. I have my doubts at how long either of them will last. At the very least, Nanase. But you know.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna stick around for very long. But
I think Hiyori has a chance. But yeah, we'll see. I doubt either of them are actually gonna make the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the 2 episodes that covered the match were good. As I said, the animation has definitely taken a downgrade for this season. There's a lot more sort of like moving stills and shots focused on feet rather than the entire body, and you know,
a lot of shortcuts.
A lot of shortcuts, yeah.
Like it was almost all shortcuts. The episode I watched, like it's like season 1, to be fair, had some shortcuts, but like not to this extent.
Yeah,
like, it's really rough.
I mean, what was like very apparent to me in, I think it was episode 27, was there was a lot of like clashes between players, and they did the exact same thing for every single one of them, where they split the screen in 2 and had just the head of the head or the upper body of the person on either side, and they said a line. They did that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, the big moment at the end of episode 27, animation-wise, nowhere near as impressive as the big moments in the first season, but art-wise, it was still, you know, it was still keeping that level going.
Yeah, I mostly don't have a problem with the art. The art is mostly pretty good, and they do some fun stuff with lighting too.
Yeah,
that I like.
No, it does feel clear that they've, you know, either they've been given less of something, be it, you know, time or actual animators, I don't know, but they have had to cut corners on this one.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of it has to do with the Nagi movie, actually.
I don't know. I heard there is some rough stuff in that, but it's mostly just one clip that I've seen tossed around. So I don't know how much of the Nagi movie is actually rough. So I don't know.
And speaking of the Nagi movie, episode 28 is very much focused on Reo and Nagi's whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta be honest, focusing on Reo in particular does nothing for me.
Yeah, Reo's just kinda alright. I don't really have very strong feeling towards him.
There's a lot of like, oh, woe is me, I can't keep up with these geniuses, and it's just like, okay. I don't feel bad for you, dude. You're kind of a nepo baby.
Yeah, that's also another thing. He kind of is. It's pretty funny.
And like, here's the thing: I do struggle to feel sorry for a lot of the like depressing, not even depressing, but sadder moments for these characters, because it's like, well, you got yourselves into this. You're the ones who sort of put your, you know, ability to play football in the future on the line. You didn't have to do this. You chose to do it. And especially for somebody like Reo, who isn't there because he actually wants to be the best. Like, it's a little different for somebody who does actually want to be the best. Like, there was a little bit of sadness when Kunigami didn't get through, because he actually had, you know, an interesting backstory, an interesting reason for why he wanted to do this. Reo is here because he has a crush on Nagi. And he just refuses to actually kiss Nagi.
True. Also, I feel like there's gonna be some sort of losers bracket type thing. I refuse to believe that Kunigami is just gone forever.
I really hope he's not, considering fucking Ageshi is still there, whatever the fuck his name is. I refuse to say it right.
It's fine.
He was in the match with Reo and Nagi, and he was in the match with like 2 fucking giants, and I was really hoping they'd kill him, but no, they left him alone.
But yeah, Kunigami was one of my favorites, so I'm kind of holding out hope there's some sort of losers bracket thing. It kind of feels weird to him just unceremoniously just disappear.
I'll also say that Chiguri's teammates, like, They do not look like teenagers.
No.
They both look like they're about 30.
One of them's a golem, and they call the other one a predator, which
because of the dreadlocks, I assume. But
I hope so. I'm assuming that's the case,
yeah,
but
I think so.
Phrasing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like weird choice of word there, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But let's be careful, okay? Let's be careful.
But yeah, no, I mean, in terms story-wise, it's still been fine. But yeah, the animation has definitely taken a downgrade. Is what I'd say.
I'm not gonna lie, I am losing interest just a little bit because I've kind of caught on to this show's kind of formula, and with the so high stakes, like there's only so many things that can actually happen.
Again, that's why I said during the premiere stream, the show kind of ratchets up the stakes too much for a show like this. Like a lot of sports shows are victim to this, but they're usually at least like they usually have a decent way around it. But with this one, the stakes are so high that it's like it's a little obvious, or at least somewhat obvious, that things are going to work out okay. I'd also say that the way they do it, especially with Asagi, and honestly, they did a similar thing with Reo, and it didn't work because Reo is not as interesting a character as Asagi.
Yeah.
But they do the same thing of, starting off the match, I'm gonna do some stuff. Oh no, I can't do the stuff that I plan to. What do I do? Okay, I'm gonna do new stuff. Yes, I did the new stuff. Yes, I succeeded, sort of thing.
Yeah,
and they do it every time. And they do it in a very similar style every time. And they have a fair amount of at least one episode dedicated to Isagi being like, oh no, I can't keep up. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And it's just like, okay, we know you can't keep up, Isagi. I could have bet that you wouldn't be able to keep up.
Yeah.
Find the difference.
Yeah, that's kind of the show's formula, but to its credit, like when Isagi figures things out, it usually is pretty entertaining.
And when he figured it out at the end of episode 27, I was maybe not outright cheering, but I was going, yeah, good lad, Isagi, that was well done. And as long as the show can keep making me do that for Isagi, then I'm happy to keep watching, but, when you give me episodes where you try to do the same thing with Reo, and I just don't care about Reo. I do not care about him at all.
Yeah.
Gagamaru was in that match. Why couldn't we have watched the match from his perspective?
Yeah. So, despite the interest dwindling a little bit, and the rough animation, I'm still willing to stick around at least for a little while.
I think the other thing is this. Obviously, these matches are setups for the main one in this season.
Yeah, that's also kind of just like it's like.
I am.
Can you just get to the big one, please?
I'm far more interested in the under 20 stuff, especially considering Sai is obviously going to be playing. There's going to be that rivalry with Rin.
That's what I want to see the most, honestly, right now.
There was an interesting thing at the end of episode 28 that I won't mention if you don't want me to.
I'll see it for myself.
Yeah. So, but yes, there was an interesting thing with regards to that. Then, but yes. But yeah, so we should probably move on to our next show, which is
the final blue one.
The third of the three blues on the list.
Yeah, this is a weird trilogy.
Which is Blue Miburo. So you didn't watch today's episode, did you, Jack?
No time.
Right. So I mean, we can just talk about episode 2. Suda is voicing younger Nagakura, unfortunately.
What actually caught me off guard more than that was Hajime Saito being so young.
Yes.
I always thought he was a contemporary of Okita.
So 44 to, what is this, 63? So he'd be about 19.
Yeah.
Soji was, or Okusa Soji was either 42 or 44, so yes, he is meant to be, but, you know, they're obviously taking,
because I know most of the Shinsengumi are supposed to be older than those two, but,
yes.
like... Yeah, no, that just threw me off, because, like,
yeah.
Wait, why is Saito so young?
Yeah. No, I mean, it was definitely interesting. I mean, to be fair,
he is like 15 at this point or something. No, actually,
I mean, if he's the same age as Neo, he's 13.
Which, yeah, no, he should be older than that. He should be 19.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just really short or something.
Maybe. Todo Heisuke, who is, again, around the same age as Okuta and Hajime, looks younger, but not quite as young, I would say.
Maybe puberty hit him later or something.
We'll see. I mean, obviously, the point is these shows will take, you know, liberties with
artistic license and all that.
But I'm honestly, you know, quite pleased at the moment with sort of the historical elements of it, because, you know, the 4 that lined up behind Serizawa?
No. Were they all members of his faction?
They were all members of his faction. Nimi Nishiki, Hiroyama Goro, Hirama Jusuke, and Noguchi Kenji. All 4 members of Serizawa's faction.
Speaking of Serizawa's faction, I'm not remotely surprised that they went with the whole making Serizawa sinister, because, you know, he's probably the easiest member of the Shinsengumi to villainize.
Yes. I mean, the whole point was that he was assassinated in the first place because he was kind of getting out of control. Supposedly, to be fair, you know, history is written by the victor.
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly going out of control. I mean, the point was, if we are to assume that the fella Serizawa stabbed was Tanochi Yoshio, who was the 3rd faction leader, he was actually assassinated by Kondo.
Oh, in real life?
In real life, yes.
Speaking of which, they went with an interesting characterization for Kondo.
Yeah, he's quite simple, yes.
He's a bit of a space case, yes.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I'm not opposed to it. It's a pretty funny characterization, but yeah.
No, he's simple but good-hearted is how I'd characterize him.
Yeah. Yeah. I do remember learning that Kondo was known for being very temperamental.
Yes.
Compared to, say, Hijikata, who is considered a bit more introspective. Which is why Hijikata tends to be much more protagonist-y in most Shinsengumi adaptations.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, makes sense. But yeah, no, it's been doing some pretty interesting stuff so far. It's not like super deep or complex or anything, but it's I mean, interesting look at morality at the time.
I mean, to be fair, this is the, you know, show with the fewest episodes thus far. Not counting ones that haven't even started yet.
God, there's stuff that hasn't even started yet? What?
I mean, there's B-Stars.
Fuck me.
I think Murder Mystery of the Dead hasn't aired yet. If it has, then it's not been licensed. But yeah, this one's going to be interesting because it's going to be interesting to see where they stop in terms of the history of the group.
Yes.
Because obviously they appear
there's a lot of stopping points.
Well, they appear to be setting up Serizawa as the villain. So does that mean they are going to end with his assassination?
Maybe. That is definitely a possibility.
So, you know, we'll see. We'll just definitely have to see. I mean, where is it? Tanochi Yoshio died May 1863, and Serizawa's assassination was end of October 63. So we'll see, I guess. We've still got about 5-6 months.
What can happen?
It'll again. It very much depends what they want to do. But yeah. Also, because they were nice enough to just, give me shots where they had the characters and like their names. I just took a bunch of screenshots of that and stuck them in a Google Doc, so I've got names now.
That is helpful.
Yeah. So I fairly should be able to figure out who's who. I mean, I've left the obvious ones like Okita and Hijikata, who obviously been following for me now 3 episodes. I know what they look like. I'm fairly sure.
Plus, their designs are pretty distinctive.
I'm fairly sure I can figure out fucking Sato Hajime at this point. Considering his youthful looks, but everyone else I've tried to stick in there. Oh, and Serizawa's easy to figure out.
He has that funky hair.
Yeah. Oops, didn't mean to do that. But yes, we should move on now to our next show, which is Dandadan.
Show's fucking insane. Momo is great, by the way. Just absolutely fantastic protagonist. You disagree?
I don't know. I've honestly been... I watched up to the end of episode 4.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm honestly not 100% sure about how I feel about the show.
I mean, you were... If you watched up to episode 4, then you watched the show just pop the fuck off with that entire chase sequence.
Visually, yes, it's, stupendous.
And also the fucking remix of the William Tell overture was fucking awesome.
Production-wise, I can't fault the show. Writing-wise,
I'm very much enjoying it so far, especially the characterization of Momo and Okarun, and how they bounce off each other, I think has been very good. But I take it that you're not as hot on it.
I think the issue is, or part of the issue certainly is that there's been a fair few of the nice moments between the two of them. And then they instantly sort of, almost ruin those nice moments by having them go back to arguing with each other.
Oh, okay, I see. So you're not as big on the belligerent angle that it sometimes goes.
Yeah. I mean, again, part of the reason I'm probably not as big a fan of Momo as you are is because I feel like she is a tsundere. And to be honest, Okarun is the same thing. Both of them can kind of be dicks to each other. In a, not overly fun way to me.
I kind of understand where you're coming from, but I don't really agree with it necessarily.
I mean, it wasn't helped by the addition of Seiko to the cast, who, again, same thing, was kind of a dick to Momo.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, she is quite abrasive, but I do like that she has a very different vibe to most anime mentors. And, just the whole dynamic of her her versus Turbo Granny was pretty fun.
Again, though, I don't know. I feel like I've seen the, abrasive tsundere mentor enough that I just, I don't particularly like it. Again, I wonder if... I don't feel like I've truly gotten to know the characters enough yet. Like, I feel like there has been a lot of spectacle without sort of having sort of breaks between them.
Episode 5 is very character-focused, I will say.
Okay.
Like, it's... Like, a good chunk of it is just, Okarun and Momo, and exploring their dynamic a lot.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there is a lot of comedy in this show, and I don't feel like I'm enjoying that comedy. Like in episode 4, like Okarun, what was it? Okarun stopped Turbo Granny at some point by biting her boob. That just wasn't funny to me. Like, that felt like it was meant to be a comedic scene, and it fell very flat for me. There was also the whole thing at the end of episode 4 of Seiko wanting to see Okarun's dick, which, no thank you.
I mean, in fairness, it was more of a case of, examining the wound, quote-unquote.
I don't care.
I get it. I don't
know. Maybe I'll give episode 5 a try. Maybe I won't. I'll have to see how I'm feeling. But yeah, I like the production values of the show. I just really am not sure how I feel about the writing thus far.
That's a damn shame. I'm really having a good time with this one.
Again, there are shows with similarly good production values this season that I'm enjoying a lot more.
I get it. It's really a matter of taste at the end of the day, isn't it?
But yeah,
this definitely isn't a show I would say is for everyone. I will definitely give you that. I just think it's quite off the wall in a very fun way, and I enjoy the character dynamics and the absolutely fucking brilliant production values. It's a damn shame that you're not enjoying it more.
It is what it is. I mean, you talk about the stuff you enjoyed before we move on.
Well, outside of, the production values and this, I was really big on the whole, the big chase sequence in episode 4, which was very well done, especially because I was, like, over the moon over recognizing the William Tell Overture remix. I really like as I said, I like the dynamic between Momo and Okarun. I do feel like they bounce off each other very well, and they give as good as they get, I think. And then there's the like the sumo fight in episode 2 was also really fun in terms of the camera work and dynamism. What else? Also, I do like that episode 4 went into a little bit more detail to contextualize what Turbo Granny is and why she does what she does. Because a lot of shows would just leave that as an open question, not even bother to even consider addressing it. I think Dandadan did a good job of actually delving into that. What her motivations would be. Yeah, overall, I do think this is a very good show.
Alright, let's move on, though, to our next show, which is Demon Lord 2099.
That's the best streaming intro ever, let's be honest.
Yeah. We'll never top it.
I'm gonna have to steal it for our streams.
Let's go. I love this show so much. It's so much fun.
It is very fun, and yeah, no, I was not expecting a pivot from trying to reconquer the world to a Demon Lord streamer. It's quite the turn.
Also, the hero is alive, so that's a thing.
Yep. Got cursed with immortality, which...
No, he was cursed with eternal youth. There's apparently a difference. Apparently.
It's close enough that's immaterial.
Yeah, I mean, he's the hero. The hero with eternal youth is just immortal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do like the whole bit of whatchamacallit. He gains the benefit of belief even if they hate his guts.
Yeah, he gets the power of the haters as well.
Yes, it's very funny.
His haters make him stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I've noticed is that the soundtrack of the show goes weirdly hard, kind of just randomly.
Yeah, they pop up with production pretty frequently, honestly.
Yeah. It's a shame you guys haven't seen the most recent episode because it sort of seemingly sets up our main plot.
Okay.
It sets up the stuff that's been going on with the Immortals, which is pretty interesting. I won't spoil what it is, but it definitely pushes the story forward in a pretty interesting way.
Okay. You've got my curiosity now.
Yeah, aside from just Veltel's streaming shenanigans, which impressive that he got 1 million subscribers so soon, but I guess with
it's because his persistence with not Dark Souls.
Yeah, and also the connections he has, so which that helps. Hey, I'd subscribe. But no, I love the show. It's great fun.
Veltel is a very fun time.
Yeah, Veltel's just a very fun character. And I really liked his talk with the hero as well. It was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Just really absolutely... I don't know how the author came up with the idea of making him a streamer, but that's fucking brilliant.
No, it makes sense too, because he doesn't really have many other options.
He really doesn't.
Yeah.
Also, confirmation that the VTuber from the first episode, who I believe does inspire Veltol to become a streamer, is a real fucking VTuber.
Oh yeah, she is.
Let me
Which
get
is
the
pretty great.
Name up. Where is it?
I forget her name though.
Toa.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Interesting how she's still streaming in 2099.
And still promoting her 2023 album.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, that's right. Because there was an ad for that in this stream. Yeah, this is a lot of good fun.
All right, let's move on then to Dragon Ball Daima.
Let's go.
Speaking of good fun,
Toei, please put the dub on streaming, please. I don't care.
Yes.
Don't care which streaming you put it on. Just put it on streaming. Well, I'd rather you didn't do it on Prime. Just put it on streaming.
Yeah, don't do Prime, please.
I will take it on Tubi at this point.
Tubi could be worse.
We'll get into Tubi.
The day we get new anime on Tubi, that's a sign of the end times.
Tonbo is on Tubi.
It is.
There we go.
It is.
What? That's actually insane. I had no idea. Wow. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll watch it on Tubi just so I can say that I did.
I think that means that Tonbo is on more streaming services than any other show, because it's also on Prime and it's also on YouTube.
That's so funny.
So it's on 3, and most only get to at most 2.
Daima's on Crunchyroll, Hulu, and Netflix, I believe.
Fair enough.
So
It's on the same amount of streaming services as fucking Dragon Ball. You gotta give Tonbo props
yeah,
for that.
see,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's the impressive thing. But back to this show. It's mostly just a fun introduction to the demon realm right now.
Yep. It hasn't really gone to the crazy stuff yet.
Yeah. Been learning some interesting stuff though. Interesting world building. Gloria seems to have some sort of weird deal going on with him. Don't know what that is.
Something sus about him. Not sure what yet.
But hey, I love
Could be
Goku
nothing.
Chiyama, so.
Mm-hmm. And we finally been introduced to the last member of our main ensemble as well.
Yeah, although albeit at the last minute. Well, kind of at the last minute. We see her throwing around a failed, what was it? Wasabi bomb?
Yeah.
That didn't turn out too well for her. But hey, it was a good excuse for some power pole action, so I'm not gonna complain.
I love how they've been using the power pole in this. It's honestly really refreshing to see this go back to its martial arts roots.
Yeah.
I mean,
That said, we all...
I would like to ask if it's continuing like a lot of more modern Dragon Ball media, if it's still being just the Goku show and maybe Vegeta show.
Nah. That said, the rest of our party, like Bulma, Vegeta, and Piccolo, have not appeared in the show yet. So, but we know they're coming. So,
I'm glad Piccolo's coming with at least.
Yeah, that's what makes me really happy. I'm glad to see Piccolo show up eventually.
I mean, somebody's got a job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wait, hey, chill.
Jeez,
chill on
Mel.
Piccolo, okay? He just got superhero as well. Why you gotta be so mean to him? Man. But no, I mean, Goku takes center stage mostly so far, but it's not. But it's mostly been about the demon realm itself, really.
Yep.
And also, we do get ATs towards fusion, so that's fun.
Oh yeah, that is going to be a very fun time.
There's the demon realm has these bugs of many different kinds that do different things, like healing. So we have our Senzu Bean substitute, and there's also this bug where if you tear it in two and you give halves to different people, then they fuse together temporarily. So there you go. You have fusion.
Bazinga.
Yeah. Okay.
Bada
Why'd
bing,
you
bada
say
boom.
that?
I don't know.
I thought you said Vegeta hadn't appeared yet.
No, he hasn't. but Goku just bought a bag full of bugs of all the different kinds, so it's been heavily teased. Though we don't know how fusion's going to be used later, but it could be pretty interesting.
See another Goku Vegeta fusion.
Probably. Which, you know,
different from Vegito and Gogeta.
That said, I do kind of have this weird theory that the Potara might be made from those bugs, so maybe it's a different version of Vegeta. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Either way, we're probably getting another Goku Vegeta fusion, which that'll be
Why
fun.
can't we get a Goku Piccolo fusion?
I've seen a Gohan Piccolo fusion, and it's a little weird.
I mean, to be fair, that one feels weird because, like, Piccolo takes a, you know, parental role with Gohan.
No, it feels weird because it's Gohan's face on a weirdly warped Piccolo body. It looks weird. Thank you, Dragon Ball Fusions. But I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea if they actually do that, but we'll see. But if we're resorting to, I just want to see Vegeta eat a bug. Okay, let's be honest. I want to see him eat bugs. That's what I want. But yeah, so that's laid the groundwork there. But yeah, it's mostly just been fun Demon Realm stuff so far. Mostly pretty chill. Kind of a slow burn so far before things get ramped up.
Honestly, I appreciate that it's taking its time. And also, this definitely
fine.
indicates to me that it's definitely going to be more than one core.
Not
Not that there was any doubt.
Yeah, we pretty much suspected it's going to be over 20 episodes, which good, honestly. But yeah. I wouldn't mind if it sped it up just a little bit, just push things forward a bit more. Which we're starting to get more plot stuff. It seems like now that we're seeing what our new Lord of the Demon Realm is actually doing by increasing those gosh darn taxes.
Goku, throw the tea in the harbor.
But yeah, right now it's been really good stuff. I'm looking forward for more. Dragon Ball is indeed back.
Good. I look forward to watching it whenever I get to watch it. Whenever, you know.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Hopefully sooner rather than later, but yeah, it's gonna be whenever they deign to release the dub.
Do we know who's distributing the dub in theaters?
Oh,
because
God.
whoever's doing that would have probably have the streaming rights.
That is a decent question. I will just check.
Yeah, it might be Crunchyroll, but I don't remember if they actually
Daima
tweeted that or not.
Dub. Dragon Ball Daima website, if this is actually going to do anything. Yeah. Let's go release date.
Okay, from what I'm finding, it looks like it's Toei Animation and Fathom Events who's putting out the dub in theaters. So
Which tells us nothing about the streaming.
Exactly, that tells us basically nothing. So
the date is November 10th to the 12th. So we'll find out after that, basically.
Yeah, it'll be around that time when we'll know if it's going to be streaming or not, hopefully. But yeah, as of right now, we have no idea, because Fathom could go to anywhere. Hell, it could go on freaking High Dive for all I know.
It's somehow doubt a High Dive has the money to actually gain access.
No, but it would be very funny.
It would be.
Just put it on Crunchyroll, please. Please, Toei, come on.
So Fathom Entertainment is owned by AMC.
Who actually own High Dive? Holy shit.
Oh. Interesting. That's right.
Go on,
That's very
do it,
funny.
do it. Put the fucking dub up on high dive. I dare you.
He's so funny.
Take that fucking crown back from Tonbo.
That'd be
Do it.
so funny.
Fucking
Oh my
do
goodness.
That'd be
Dub could also
so
end up on Netflix, to be fair.
I dare you, Fathom. Dare you, no balls.
I guess we'll see.
Oh god. It will be so fucking wild if it goes on high dive.
Yeah.
would be.
Anyway, we should probably move on to our next show, which is Goodbye Dragon Life.
I've been having fun with this one. So they've actually been doing some interesting things here and there with just the story in general. Episode 4 had episodes 3 and 4 had them dealing with a how do I describe this? With basically like a Carmilla-esque serial killer who's been assimilating body parts to look more beautiful.
Ew.
Yep. And, you know, she transforms into this grotesque monstrosity when backed into a corner, so that's fun. And there's also a bit in the newest episode where the protagonist straight up transforms his arm into a fucking dragon arm to kill a demon, which is also pretty fucking metal. So, but in general, they've been doing a lot more some more interesting stuff with the whole reincarnation concept in the past couple episodes, as well as just looking at some more interesting things with the setting as a whole. Well, with, you know, demons coming out and playing a part now. And of course, we've had the main trio interacting more, which has also been very nice. No, I will not say any context for the picture. It's funnier that way. Yeah, like I said, having a good time with this one.
Glad to hear it.
Good.
Because I wasn't too particularly interested myself, but I'm glad you found enjoyment in it.
Mm-hmm. Can't necessarily say the same about the next show.
Oh, really? That's a shame.
Let's move on to How I Attended an All-Guys Mixer.
I gave this 3 episodes, and it's really just not doing it for me all that much. Damn shame too. It's had potential to be fun, but alas, 90% of the jokes are just about how attractive the cross-dressing ladies are. Which, you know, could be fun with some variation, but there's very little variation, unfortunately.
Nah, that's the worst when it just does the same joke over and over again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some series can do it well, it's just this one didn't. But yeah. Yeah, I'm just dropping this one at this point.
Fair enough.
Didn't do anything egregious or anything, just stopped being particularly funny.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
should move on.
What was it? I read because Anifam did their 3-episode check-in, which, hey, it's, you know, they did it pretty late as well.
Mm-hmm.
But they talked about it as well, and I mean, yeah, it seems like there's a lot of it seems like they're trying to have their cake and eat it with the whole you know.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Ooh, these characters look like guys, but they're actually women, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a whole but not too gay type thing, and it's just like, come on. You don't have to do that.
But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, as I said, I didn't particularly like it in the first episode, so I'm not gonna blame you for dropping it at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to something I'm sure you'll have far more positive feelings about. It is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon, aka Danmachi Season 5?
Oh, Freya. Oh, God.
No.
Oh.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't go with the one from the end of the previous episode, but yeah, this is some very awful shit that's going on right now.
I did this one because it's just like, it's the moment where everything goes to shit.
Yep. Now we're in advanced gaslighting featuring magic. Poor Belle.
Yeah. Poor Belle, dude. He's been going through it last season and he's going through it this season. Oh my goodness.
Just having a very bad time.
Oh. So Seir was just Freya the whole time.
Yep.
The whole time. This entire show. It's always been her. Which is just, that's insane.
It was Freya all along.
Also, she's a great actress.
Mm-hmm. She does.
Yeah. Also, I just got it was Freya all along. Yeah. The ha ha ha. Yeah. And that one scene of having Seir talk to Freya, that was just a ruse. That was just to throw us. Yeah, that was just to throw us off. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Sure. Okay. But yeah. Oh, jeez. Poor Belle. Everyone sees him as part of the Freya Familia now, including his former Familia members, except for Hestia, who has to act like she doesn't remember, but she does.
Yep. It is a bad time for Belle.
Yeah, it's really freaking bad. And he also just had to experience, dumping someone for the first time, which was, that's not fun either. That's pretty rough. So
I do like that Ryu has a reaction to that, and it's like, shit, I didn't even consider that you might have feelings contrary to that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you had feelings for a piece of stale white bread, but hey, you do you, man.
Oh, that's mean.
Sorry, Eyes, but you're not that interesting of a character. I'm sorry.
I think she's fun.
She's fine, but I think all the other female characters in the show are better, so...
In fairness, we really haven't had a lot of focus on her outside of this spin-off.
Which I haven't watched yet, but I hear that wasn't even very good focus on her, so...
The novels apparently focus more on her than the anime adaptation does.
Okay, then anime gotta pick up on that, alright? I'd be more fine with Eyes if she got more screen time. I don't hate the screen time she gets, to be fair, but she needs more of it, because I am not sold on her. Yeah. She has the potential to be a really cool character, but that's beside the point right now. Is Freya the best villain in this show? Probably.
I think part of it is because they've spent so long building her up.
Yeah, and I didn't think she'd pull a gambit like this.
This is just like an insane all-or-nothing gambit that she just went hard in. It's just like, fucking hell, there is no coming back from this.
Yeah, and now it's up to Hestia to recruit Hermes and formulate a plan before the 6 months are up and the deal is sealed. So,
yep.
But
I think she's going to hit plan a lot faster than that.
We're only like 5 episodes in this season, and things have already escalated, so it's
I have no idea what to expect. This is 15 episodes, by the way.
Oh, that's right. I forgot this is a 15 episode season. Yeah, I was I was worried about how they would top season 4, but season 5 so far is doing a pretty damn good job. So, I'm locked in.
Yep. So is fucking everybody else in the show. Holy shit.
Yeah, the show's great. Absolutely loving pretty much everything. I really liked Seir, so it's a shame that she was Freya the whole time, but it works. So
yes,
I'm not gonna complain about it.
It's a very good reveal.
I feel sorry for when Belle finds out about that specifically. That's gonna be rough.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll take it well.
He's gonna be heartbroken because he really liked Seir as a friend. So,
oh, you know what really got me about the whole gaslighting thing was fucking Aina.
Oh yeah.
Like, she was one of his first friends, and just like,
yeah,
that relationship is just gone. Like,
yeah. That was pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's all rough. It's just it's real bad.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how long this arc is going to last for things go absolutely insane again.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a good time, even though it's not a good time, but it is a good time.
We're having a bad time. Having a bad time.
But we should probably move on.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on then to Kinokoinu Mushroom Pup. Alright, the peak of the show thus far has been episode 3, which is an episode where basically Kinokoinu decides to learn to write, and it is revealed at the end of the episode that Kinokoinu decided to learn to write so that he could tell Hotaru he loves him. And that shit was so heartwarming it made me cry.
Oh, that's so cute. I need to watch this. I need to watch this real bad.
Also, episode fucking 2, gay character.
No. What?
Gay character. Literally, there is a friend. So Kamako is Hotaru's like childhood friend and editor, and she introduces Hotaru to Yara, who is a mushroom specialist, but is also a fan of Hotaru's writing, and he literally comes in, confesses, and asks Hotaru out on a date. And Hotaru doesn't turn him down because he's like, oh no, I'm straight. He says, oh, I'm not looking for romance right now.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah.
Interesting.
I was very much like, huh. Insert Chihiro ellipses meme. Like, yeah, no, this just outright, like, first, like, fucking 5 or 10 minutes of episode 2. This guy comes in, he's got a fucking, like, Centurion brush mohawk, and he just comes in, fucking asks Hotaru out, and it's like, okay, cool, but I want to still, get to know you. It's not been, like, a huge part of the show, but the fact that this happened is just fucking great to me.
No, that's awesome. Shit.
That is great.
Yeah.
For the most part, the show is basically sort of settled down into Kinokoinu's sort of a mix between a dog and a toddler. And yeah, I've definitely been enjoying it. Like I said, episode 3 absolutely fucked me up.
So nothing too tragic like episode 1.
No, I would not say there's been much tragedy at all. There was a little bit end of episode, or like from the second half of episode 2. because Hotaru had sort of Kinokoinu reminded Hotaru of Hanako in that he was acting very silly, which is how dogs sometimes do. Dogs are very silly in the best way possible, obviously.
Oh yes, I've seen all the different kinds of silly.
Yeah, and so there was Kinokoinu actually worried that was Hotaru being sad about it, but Hotaru actually was like, no, this is me, this is me fondly reminiscing rather than sort of, grief-stricken reminiscing. But you want to know how Kinokoinu tried to cheer Hotaru up after that? When he thought that Hotaru was sad?
What happened?
Kinokoinu kicked Hotaru down a hill.
What?
To cheer him up. Or to comfort him, like something like that, yeah? Just fucking kicked him down a hill. There was also a semi-Halloween episode in episode 4. I haven't watched episode 5 yet, because this is quite literally... This and Tonbo are the only shows that one of you isn't watching as well. Mostly Jack.
Look, I'm watching a lot. I can't watch too much more.
No. I want you to watch less. Make it easier on me to catch up.
I've already dropped 2 shows.
I know. I'm joking, but yes. So I've only watched the end of episode 4. Episode 4 was, as I said, a bit of a Halloween episode. And Kamako got Kinokoinu a little witch outfit, which fucking adorable. But there was also a takoyaki themed episode, and Kinokoinu eventually learned to, make it. And basically, the end of the episode is Hotaru waking up to see that Kinokoinu is just making a bunch of takoyaki for himself. No, this show is very cute. The show is fun when it needs to be. I'm really enjoying it.
I really need to watch it. I just added it to my watch list because that's why I haven't watched it yet. I forgot to put it on my watch list, so I will watch this because it seems exactly like my kind of tea.
No, for the most part, it has just been very, it's been very fluffy. It's been very very nice. There was a little bit of angst in episode 3 because Kinokoinu's attempt to learn to write ended up writing on Hotaru's work stuff, and Hotaru negatively compared him to Hanako, which obviously didn't go down well, but it all got resolved nicely in the end with the reveal. So it, as I said, this is a very very enjoyable fluffy little show. There's beyond that first episode, there hasn't been too much of the grief stuff. But we should probably move on to our next show, which is Loner Life in Another World.
I'm having a fun time with this one. The protagonist is just ever so slightly different from the most isekai protagonists in a number of different ways that makes him fun to watch. Plus, he has actual dynamics with his different dynamics with some of the different classmates that he got isekai'd with. So it's been pretty enjoyable so far. And we actually have a little bit of a plot thrust now, which is nice. What with one dude manipulating the delinquents of the class to for his own nefarious purposes. So yeah, it's been pretty fun. Nothing too crazy, but hasn't done anything grossly offensive either thus far. Which, Low bar, but still.
Yeah, low bar, but, you know, that's the low bar that Isekai set.
Yup. And this one pretty easily surpasses it.
I was about to say it's not difficult. It shouldn't be difficult.
It really shouldn't.
It shouldn't be, and yet Isekai anime make it seem difficult. Also, I did have a look on the Daima website, and it does say that streaming information about Dragon Ball Daima will be released on the official website.
That's, yeah.
So, fingers crossed once it happens. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, do you want to move on?
Yep.
Okay, let us move on to Magilumiere Magical Girls Incorporated.
I love this show.
No,
so fun.
This show has been very fun thus far. One thing I will say, fuck off Amazon with your ads. Go fuck yourselves.
Wait, you don't like ads in the middle of your anime, just like you're watching, you know, like a live TV?
No, I really don't. Especially when those ads are fucking from Domino's, who, you know, I wanted to ignore during my entire holiday, but no, I guess I have to be tortured by them during my holiday and anime watching as well.
Damn, that's rough.
Yep.
But yeah, no, this has gone into a decent groove. You know, it's properly introduced. You know, the main staff of Magilumiere in a very good way. Really enjoying it.
Cast bounce off each other really well. I love the dynamic between the two leads.
Yeah, no,
they're both great.
Hitomi and Kana are great. Kana acting as basically the straight woman for this sort of insanity is great. That moment where like Kana was like, maybe I can respect Shigemoto and Nikiyama after all, and then they started arguing about ribbons again. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Yep.
Honestly, I also do like that Hitomi is much more like a delinquent in style rather than like a Gyaru, because I know like both of them are perfectly cool and valid archetypes. It's just like the latter has overtaken the former a lot in recent media, and it's nice to see an actual female delinquent character in as one of the leads in an anime.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen often enough, I think. Yeah. Also, the whole sequence of them defeating the Kai episode 4 was really cool.
Yeah, no, that looked very, very good.
Made a hell of a light show.
Hell of a light show.
If we don't have the magic we need, we'll just freaking make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, and it was simple storytelling in that sense, because it was creating that contrast between Magilumiere and Ast, but it's done well enough that it's just like, yeah, cool, great, this is how we're doing it. These guys will take the time to create the best possible solution instead of just start blasting.
It is kind of amusing to me that the head guy of Ast, I forget his name, is voiced by Akira Ishida, who is also voicing another piece of shit antagonist this season, who we'll talk about later.
Oh boy.
But yeah, he's kind of perfect for that role. So
he plays the smarmy dude really well.
Yeah.
Yes. That's his cup of tea, and he does it.
Smug, smart, yep.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I just wanted to gush about Akira Ishida for a little bit.
No, go ahead.
I don't blame you.
The other thing that I really like, going back to Hitomi for a second, is the contrast she has with Nikiyama and Shigemoto, who are both very, very quick to tears compared to obviously the more stoic Hitomi. It's a nice reversal from how shows will usually do that.
Yep. Also, gotta love the hyper competent Kaede just like being there, doing his thing, making sure things run smoothly.
I mean, you say that when they were creating the magic, he just went and got fucking like cheerleading supplies.
I mean, yeah, that's not what he does. He's logistics and support.
I know, but it was just very funny that, you know, like, Shigemoto and Nikiyama were like, okay, we gotta lock in, we gotta do this, and then fucking Kaede's just in the background just like, yeah, go, go, go! Fucking pom-poms.
Hey, he's doing his job as a support. Okay?
He is. And he was doing his job as support when he decided not to sing at the karaoke night.
Yes.
It's very
Just
funny.
him typing out rapid fire.
Honestly, I thought the gag there was going to be that he's a bad singer, but no, he was just like, no, this is going to wreck their throats. Somebody's got to be able to talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
I also love how fucking quickly Shigemoto just gets changed.
Yep. Just the quick change from the suit into the fucking mad princess outfit.
Yeah.
Just absolutely great.
Yeah,
honestly.
no. And yeah, Kana's been sent to another company.
To intern, of course. Or
To intern,
not to
yeah.
intern, but as a collaboration.
No, she got fired already. It's a shame.
There's no way Shigemoto would fire Kana at this point.
No, hell no.
Kana is too observant and too insane to for Shigemoto to even think about firing her. Like, he genuinely like started crying when what was it, in episode 2 when Kana brought up her idea of using the fucking broom as a focus.
Yeah.
Though Nikiyama really does not want Kana to be too much like Hitomi.
What? No.
They can only handle one Hitomi.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we've got still. Actually, do we have more characters? Or have we met the entire cast list now? Can't remember.
We've met all the main characters.
Yeah, we've met all the main characters. Yeah.
There are a couple like minor characters I don't think we've met yet, or we've only briefly met. But yeah.
Yeah, no,
We've met most of the important ones.
We've met everyone on the cast list now.
Yeah, which is a little not used to meeting like all of the cast in a workplace anime so soon.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of get introduced all at once here, so
yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I forgot to mention it for whatchamacallit, 365 Days to the Wedding. So nice having fucking adult casts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, 365 Days to the Wedding has an adult cast. This has an adult cast. I think is there one more?
Negative Positive Vanguard.
Yeah. Like, it's just very nice to have...
Really
oh, Kinokoinu. Kinokoinu also has an adult cast. It's just very nice to see.
Yeah.
Just really nice to see series that embracing adult casts, which makes things feel less weird.
Mm-hmm.
If things need to get weird, they feel less weird.
Yeah.
I think. I know Gale Online has most of its main cast is adults as well. Oh, and Demon Lord 2099.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great stuff. Also, I've just remembered the I think it was an after credits scene of Kana and Hitomi watching Shigemoto's after work routine.
Yes, that was funny.
The fact that he spent so long in the bath that Kana just started painting Hitomi's nails. But yeah, no, this is a really, really fun and enjoyable show. Really enjoying it so far. But we should probably move on to our next show, which is Mecha-Ude Mechanical Arms.
Shit's hit the fan real quick, yo.
Shit has hit the fan. Though
Fucking Meru also is just...
Yeah, no. Meru has been a, fucking low-key one of the best parts of the show with her.
Yeah.
Her silly bullshit.
Yeah.
With her shenanigans.
But yeah, so yeah, we got Meru being delightful, and then we got everything else going in a very crazy bad direction. I was not prepared for the violent murder happening in episode 4.
Yeah.
I was expecting the fun frog-on dude to stick around to be a fun supporting character, and then he gets horrifically murked.
Yeah, by Aki's freaking sister.
That's a hell of a turn.
Yeah, I don't trust her or her Mecha-Ude right now.
No, something's going on there, and we're getting very mixed signals, so it's hard to really determine what's going on.
Did you watch the post-credit scene of episode 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I was already like, I don't feel like I should trust them. There's something up here. I don't trust this. And then that scene happens. Like, I knew not to trust them. I mean, it was kind of vague, and I'm still not entirely sure, but I still don't trust them.
Yeah, and then the scene finishes, and then you see the tears rolling down her face, and I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, wait, what's going on?
The whole was just one giant.
Yeah. Like I said, I just do not trust them at all.
Oh no.
It's also a little convenient that they want Hikaru.
They want the power source of the trigger arm.
Yeah.
Which Hikaru didn't even like. I forget what term they used for it, but he doesn't. Alma merged with his hoodie, not him. So we still don't really know what's going on there.
It's like Destrise or something like that. I don't remember either. I've just been saying.
Yeah, it was something like that. But yeah, so we don't really know what's going on there entirely.
I mean, what I'll say about the show, and it's not a negative by any stretch. The storytelling is simple, it's basic elementary storytelling done fairly well for the most part. Episode 2, it introduced the noise cancelling earphones so that they could be the Chekhov's gun at the end of the episode.
Yeah, which is pretty clever, honestly, with how they're used. So.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. It introduced Tani and Kerex and made us like them just for them to be taken out at the end of the episode, so that we, had. I mean, it's not like we needed more of an emotional fucking reaction to, Aki coming across her little sister, but yeah.
I have all sorts of complex feelings about this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
poor
Kerex. Yeah. Here's the thing that really confirmed their shadiness to me is the whole a bunch of Mecha-Ude wielders going crazy during episode 5. Like they don't have to do that unless they're actually evil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very curious as to how this will shake out. I hope Aki doesn't go full heel turn.
I don't think she will.
No, I don't think so either. She seems very conflicted right now, so...
I mean, if nothing else, I don't think, Fubuki and Amaryllis are going to be the, villains of the show.
They're not going to be the big bad. No.
Yeah, because they're very much setting up the Kagami group to be that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, they feel like more of a mid-boss for Aki's arc.
But interesting scene with that Toto dude not seeming particularly happy that Jun's brother was like, yeah, I'm just going to leave my brother to sink or swim here. I'm not getting involved in this. So there could be a face down on that angle. I do love Jun, by the way. He's just fucking great.
No, Jun is so fun. I love him.
He's so fun.
Also, Meru's imagined love triangle.
Yeah, no, Meru just imagining she's watching the fucking hottest love triangle rom-com is just so fucking funny. Every time it comes up, it's so funny.
It's absolutely hysterical, and I love it. It's great. This show in general has a great sense of humor.
It really does. Another example of that. Fucking Wanna coming back in his Mecha-Ude.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, honestly, I don't think
actual personality is too, which is very fun.
You
couldn't have picked
his
a better
arm is
fucking...
so fun.
Yeah, you couldn't have picked a better punishment for Wanna, to be honest.
Yeah.
Than putting up with this guy.
His arm is a Chunin ninja fanboy.
Yeah, it's great.
He's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
In general, the cast in this show is great.
No, I'm loving pretty much every character we're hanging out with. I mean, obviously, I'm not sure how much we can trust the leader of Arms.
No, he's sus as fuck.
He does seem a little sus thus far.
There's a lot of sus going around in this show.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. Did anybody else think that Hikaru and that Yakumo guy have something of a resemblance?
Maybe.
I'd have to look at Yakumo. Oh, you know what? I see it. Yeah.
Like I saw the portrait of him, and I was like, that looks a little like Hikaru. Actually, could this be something?
A little
Maybe
bit.
they're related or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
It could just be like it could also just be coincidence or maybe like some symbolism or something.
Maybe, but like just obviously the fact that clearly Alma and Yakumo had this bond. Alma is now attached to Hikaru. I don't know. It just feels like there's something there for me. Like I said.
That also sorry, finish your thought.
No, as I said, it's. The way the storytelling is working for the show, it's something that I could absolutely see.
It's also just like that does remind me of the scene where Alma's just looking at Yakumo, and he's so sad that he doesn't remember, even though that time was clearly supposed to be precious to him. That's just that hurts, dude.
I mean, again, that's the thing. The show has been managing to blend those types of character moments with the comedy, with the action so well.
It's really good. It's just really well executed all around, really.
Oh god, I'm just reading my notes. There's no way this isn't going to be spun as a love triangle situation. I'm here for it. Yep, Meru is all in on this as well.
Yep, love it.
Meru is living out her rom-com fantasies, and I love it.
Yes.
She has the fucking director's hat. That's so extra.
Yes.
Also, the fact that she set up a duel between Jun and Aki without realizing how horribly it could have gone.
Yeah, one of those two could have died.
Oh dear, this is a really great show. This is a really great show.
It's delightful. I love it so much. It's everything I wanted and more.
But we should probably move on to our next show, which is Negative Positive Angler.
Show's so good. Also,
this one's also pretty good.
Yeah. Also, is that Kozue having a crush on Hana there?
It seems to be vaguely implied, and by vaguely I mean in this shot here. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That seems a little.
Insert Chihiro ellipses meme here.
Exactly. Because I don't know. It certainly seems like that might be the case.
The funniest, what makes this even funnier is that, like, Hiro has been, like, trying his damnedest to impress Kozu the entire episode. It's like, probably barking up the wrong tree there, dude.
Yeah, and also, like, she says, like, I do fishing because the one I like also likes fishing. And he even thinks, I wonder what she means by like.
Yeah.
So even he brings up the Chihiro meme there. So either way, that was a fun one too. He's starting to get more invested with fishing, which is fun to see.
Also monetarily invested. Holy shit, dude dropped some cash on fishing gear.
Yeah, bro, chill, okay? Like, come on, man. You have debt to deal with here.
I love how Takaaki just was like, dude, what the fuck? You were supposed to be paying off your debt to me, man.
Yeah, but the only reason he's so cool with it is probably just because, like, it's all because it's fishing gear,
so yeah.
So it's like, yeah. And at the end, where he's like, hey, can I try? And Hiro's like, no, what?
I spent so much money on this, no.
And he's like, that's the card you're playing? Even though he let him borrow his rod earlier in the episode? Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Also, we learned some more about Hana as well.
I am shocked that she is still in high school.
Yeah, that threw me off. Hiro was shocked too.
I thought she was like the same age as Hiro.
Yeah. She certainly composes herself that way.
She's a couple years younger than him, it looks like.
Yeah. But that was fun to learn about her a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and honestly, I love the show's vibes. The vibes are immaculate throughout, and I love little bits of character animation here and there, like Hana's hair just constantly bobbing all the time. It's very fun as a visual gag.
Even making sound effects as well.
Yeah. It's overall just a very fun show.
Yeah, I really like it. Until we get to more of the depressing stuff, which we're gonna have to. There's some stuff that needs to be addressed, and it's gonna be very sad when it's addressed.
Oh yeah.
So,
he hasn't told anyone that he is terminally ill.
I mean, he tried to tell Takaki, but didn't really get around to that. So it's like,
Yep.
But no, it's really enjoying the show. Good vibes all around, and the characters are fun. Just some fun fishing. That's the fishing anime have not failed me yet. Out of the two that I've watched, including this one.
Yeah. Also, should be interesting to see if we get more of the rest of the supporting cast. I'm interested to see what Ice and Fujishiro's deals are.
Yeah.
Fujishiro has a surprisingly deep voice. Holy shit.
Yeah, that shocked me, and it shocked Hiro too.
Yep.
It's like, he speaks?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, this is a really good one, and I could see it going places, but so far it's taking it slow, and it works. It works really well.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Alright, if you're ready to move on.
Yep.
Let's keep on rolling to Nina, the Starry Bride.
There have been so many fucking plot turns in this one. Holy shit. So, Nina is not the only major character who has who is actually a royal who is replaced by, a street urchin because the royal died. Azure is also one of those. And Nina and Azure develop an attraction, but it turns out that the king is an evil, scheming, shady son of a bitch, and he wants to bump off Azure because Azure makes him look bad by being, competent and actually caring about his country. So Nina's like, okay, I'll go through with the marriage and stuff, but if you actually go through with what you're threatening, I'm gonna come back with the army and kill you. Just like, a lot has happened in the past few episodes. It's been very, very, it's been a lot, but it's been very interesting. I do think the pacing is a bit quick on this one, though. From what I've heard, they're just blazing through the source material. But it's been very interesting. You seem awful quiet.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find that. Yeah, sorry, I'm just skimming through the Anifem. Look at the Anifem 3-up check. Right.
A lot of what I mentioned was in episodes 4 and 5.
Right.
To be fair.
I was also confusing it with another show.
Whoops.
What was the show I was confusing it with again? Oh, Do Have a Damsel. That was right. Yeah.
The Other Damsel, I think, is substantially worse.
Yeah. But I couldn't remember which one had the child bride aspect.
That was Do Over Damsel, yes.
Yes, it was.
Ew.
Why do you think I dropped that one?
No, I mean, I just wanted to say ew, because ew.
Understandable.
You said it was blazing through the source material, apparently. Do you know, like, how many volumes it's in right now?
Apparently it has, like, some of the stuff in the OP and or ED shows, like, stuff from, like, volume 8 or 9 or something.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's actually going to go that far, but I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the Anifem roundup is a bit wobbly, but a lot of potential. So.
Yep. That's more or less what I'd agree with. Yeah, it's pretty good. It just is a little bit faster paced than might necessarily be beneficial to the story characters.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, it's still mostly managing to hit its beats, though.
Good.
Okay, let's move on then to One Piece.
I went through fan letter looking to get screenshots and just wound up rewatching the whole fucking thing.
Well, I feel like you basically
Yeah.
sent me the whole thing in screenshot form.
I had to stop myself about a third of the way in just because I was collecting too many. And I still wound up collecting a handful at the end anyways. So yes.
Yeah.
You had to send me. You had to send it in three messages.
I know.
So guys, fan letter is the second anime of all time. Is the second highest anime of all time according to Mal. So, that's interesting.
It's deserved. It's really good.
I mean, the only reason I would argue that is because, it's a single episode compared to, number 3, the full FMA Brotherhood series. I don't know, man.
What I will say is it does deserve a high score, for sure.
No, it does. It's just the problem with my anime list.
Yes.
That's
My anime list has a lot of problems.
It's just very funny.
It is very funny. But yeah, fan letter is very good. Honestly, I would recommend it to anyone who's a fan of One Piece who is anywhere close to caught up. You only really need to have gone through Return to Sabaody to really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's pretty much because this takes place at the Return to Sabaody and flashes back to Marineford stuff mainly.
Yeah. And honestly, it does a really good job of showcasing what it would be like for everyday civilians and Marines just dealing with all the crazy shit that's going on around them.
Yeah. My only real complaint about it is that it's a little too fast-paced for my liking, but there was a lot they wanted to do in one single episode, so I'm not really going to complain about it. I think it works. It's just a little fast for me.
Also, Megumi Ishitani just pops the fuck off on the direction.
Oh, yeah. As always.
It's Ishitani, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, this is really good, though. And, I like all the characters. I'm shocked that none of them are named. named. None of the characters introduced.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, none of them are named, which is pretty weird.
The closest we get to a named character, I think, is the benevolent protector of the sea or something like that, who has a hilarious fanboy relationship to Chopper.
Yes. I mean, Chopper is very cute, to be fair.
Yeah, who can blame him? Benevolent King of the Waves, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed to get a couple screenshots of his reaction to Chopper, which was great. But yeah, no, the whole cast is really fun.
Yeah.
And absolutely wild how they popped up with the animation here and there.
It's pretty spectacular, and leads into it leads into the Fishman Island stuff weirdly well.
Yeah.
It's almost like they planned this.
All according to Cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very, very good.
Yeah,
Definitely recommend to any fan of One Piece.
Yeah, it's stellar.
All right, if you're okay to move on.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Orb, about the movement of the Earth. So, bold decision at the end of episode 3.
Yep. Oh boy. I am honestly shocked that they actually went there. But honestly, I think it works for what they're going for with the whole thing of you cannot kill an idea. Ideas will perpetuate no matter how hard you try to quash them.
Mm-hmm.
And especially the whole thing of heliocentrism in particular, like, people are always going to figure out things that can be observed just by looking at nature.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it's a bold move and all to, kill off the apparent protagonist 3 episodes in, but at the same time, like, it's a very clear narrative choice in terms of, like, what it's doing thematically.
No, it is, and it's really well done. And, in the 2 episodes that certainly we have watched, there's 3 out, but in the episodes since, it is, clear the impact that Raphael has had. I mean, Noak seems to have lost a bit of his edge after his encounter with Raphael. Certainly fucking shook him.
Yep. Man's got a full ass beard at this point.
Yeah. And is apparently just not that,
into it anymore.
Yeah.
Then we got the new protagonist duo starting episode 4.
Well, you say duo. One member of that duo is dead now, which I don't know. I didn't think the fall was that high.
In fairness, it was into rapids.
The water wasn't moving
swim.
that fast.
Do you think he knew how to swim?
I feel like he should know how to float.
Regardless, I do think it works, and also, like, as interesting as Gross is, I think Oxy makes for a more interesting protagonist just because he has a lot more of a journey to travel.
Well, yeah, I don't know exactly what form of philosophy Oxy is practicing, but it's not one of the positive ones.
Dude is in a fucking bad place.
That priest fucked him up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he has trauma about that. I thought probably a lot of other things, but especially about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it will be interesting to see where Akshi goes from there, because he does ultimately take up the torch that Gross gave him.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens next after that.
I mean, we've got the second to last member of the main cast on Mal Badeni now, who
Oh yeah, the monk. Dude.
It looks like he's been through the fucking wars.
Yeah, he's been through some shit, very clearly. Yeah, I am curious as to what his deal is, precisely. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Well, you'll have to watch episode 6 after the stream.
Yep. I have a lot to watch after we're done here. Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking shows on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe save...
Still not as bad as Thursday.
Thursday is not good either.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I've got nothing on my Tuesdays anymore. Not after Ghoul School.
Tuesdays are pretty blank for me as well. But yes, Orb is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's not one of those shows that I've been getting like really hype about, but it's a show that I've consistently been like engrossed in.
I think this one is a lot more focused on the thematic stuff than the character stuff. That's probably why I'd say. But it's very good in terms of its thematic exploration.
I mean, you know, I was sad when I realized Raphael isn't gonna recant, is he? He's not gonna do it. And then that moment where he reveals, "Yeah, I poisoned myself. Fuck you," it's a big moment, and it's, you know, played so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was like watching. I was like remembering the OP. I was like, wait, he's in the OP quite a bit. Like, he's not gonna die here, right?
Right? They changed the OP. I'm fairly sure.
They did. Was also why I was like, oh yeah, Gross is fucking done for after this because he is not in the fucking OP.
I'm interested to see how and when they introduce the last member of the main cast, though. What's their name?
Jolent, I believe.
Yeah. So I believe she's the only female member of the cast?
From the looks of it, yeah.
Or main
well,
cast,
yeah,
anyway, so it will be interesting on that front.
Yeah. Overall, still very good stuff.
No, definitely. But we should probably move on unless there's anything else you want to say.
No, not really. I do like the whole thing of like the orb necklace being passed on and on, to represent the passing of the idea forward.
Yeah. Also, I'm guessing Raphael put that in the box before he was arrested.
That is very likely, yes.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember if he had the necklace on when he was arrested, and there was a part of me that was going, how did that necklace get out? Did Noah do that? I don't know, but he probably just put it in the box.
Probably. Yes. We should move on to something near the opposite end of the tonal spectrum.
Yeah, just a little bit. Let's move on to Ranma 1/2.
That's true.
It's true.
That's a good one.
And then the delivery after that on the line, "So why did you pick up the phone?" was just perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of the deliveries of these lines have been gold.
Yeah.
Make me very happy I watched the dub.
Yeah.
The dubcast is very good.
Fucking Kuno as well. Jesus Christ, Kuno.
I do love the newest addition to the main cast. He has the sense of direction that only Zoro could really compete with.
I think it's worse than Zoro's, because I don't think Zoro would end up all the way over there.
I mean, Zoro just didn't have the time to get that far, is the thing.
I mean,
usually something intervenes to get him back on track.
But yeah, it took Ryoga 4 days to go, what was it, like 500 meters?
Yeah. I do love that, like, Ranma bought a bunch of shit to make things up for him, but Ryoga was so late because he got lost that they all expired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to wonder if like Ranma concussed Ryoga so badly his sense of direction never recovered. But yeah,
entirely possible.
In reading reviews, I've been the hints have been clear enough that I know probably what's happened.
Yeah, I've also noticed.
It is confirmed with today's episode.
Fair enough.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Which is why I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah.
I imagine it has something to do with a little aquatic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still
very, very funny.
I'm still not 100% sold on Ranma and Akane as a romantic relationship.
I mean, I get it. At the same time, like, this is still very early on in the overall run of the series, from what I can tell.
There's a really good Ranma Akane moment in today's episode as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's...
Like, it's a similar case to Dandadan of sometimes they do seem really nice together, and then sometimes it feels like their relationship would end in a domestic disturbance call.
I mean, in fairness to that show, Momo's a lot more gremlin than Akane, who is, like, all tsundere.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Akane is one of the OG tsunderes, for being honest.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, at this point in their relationship, they are mostly like acquaintances about to like be friends, really. So it's you know,
like it just seemed like they're getting there, and then one of them, more often than not, Ranma, will say something stupid, and
I mean, they're both dumbasses. Are you surprised?
Yeah. You're not wrong, but. You know, let it cook.
It's true, but you shouldn't say it.
Also, I'm taking bets on how long it takes Kuno to realize about Ranma's gender situation. I'm not
going to take any of those bets.
I'm going at least 10 episodes. At least 10. That boy is a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, no. It's so funny how stupid everyone in this show is.
I mean, yeah.
Like, who in the show has more than 2 active brain cells at a given time?
Nabuki, because she made bank selling pics of Ranma and Akane to Kuno.
Which disgusting, but also brilliant.
Yes. The fucking bit where Ron was like,
moves?
The bit where Ron was like, hey, so why was my so that's why my futon was soaked through. Oh god. Yeah, this is just a very funny show.
Mm-hmm.
No, the dialogue in the show has been so fucking good. Yeah, it really has.
It's been fantastic. This is a great.
I've got to, and we're all watching the dub, aren't we? Aren't we? Yeah.
The dub's good.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to confirm that. So I think we should absolutely give props to and shout out Marin Miller, who did the script writing for the dub.
Okay. Yeah. No. They did a great job. It's fantastic.
No, it's really fucking good, and obviously the voice acting has been superb. But this has still been a lot of fun, and obviously the animation has been good.
Pretty consistently looks a good looking show.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I want to mention? Oh yeah, how many people want Ranma's ass either physically or romantically at this point?
Look, I'm pretty sure a good chunk of the cast is going to either is fight sexual or is going to be comprised of fight sexuals. So
yeah.
How much future knowledge do you have on this number?
I have read. I watched almost the entirety of the original anime.
So all of it. Okay.
That said, I wasn't quite young. It was quite some time ago, so there's a lot of things I don't remember, but there's quite a few things I do remember. So
Gotcha.
yeah. One thing I do want to point out actually is the scene where Ryoga's umbrella cuts Akane's hair. It's interesting because in the original anime it was much more comedic. They had the umbrella basically cut off like part of the frame itself,
which I don't think can be done anymore because of the new animation techniques.
Yeah, but still very fun execution there. But here it's played a little more dramatically, which is a pretty interesting choice. It works for what happens in today's episode, because it obviously follows up on that, but just an interesting choice overall in terms of direction that I like it. It works.
Mm-hmm.
I think they also, again, it's been ages. I think they also toned down some of the characters just a little bit so that they aged a bit better. Obviously, everyone in the show is insane, but I don't think they do quite as heinous things in this version, but we'll see.
What, did Ryoga walk his ass to fucking China and back?
You'll see later. I'm also so correct me if I'm wrong, but did we ever get a proper explanation for why Ranma and Akane are engaged?
I don't believe we have yet.
Okay.
I think it was just the explanation we've been given thus far is just that the two dads decided to join the families. I think there might have been something said about somebody to inherit the Tendo Dojo, but I can't remember exactly.
Okay. Because there's something else that comes up later that I don't know if it elaborates on that more. I could also be misremembering, so we'll see. But it'll be interesting to find out more about. I won't say anymore. Some of the more romantic interests in this show, I will say.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on then to it's the first in a long fucking line of sequels.
Oh goodness.
It is ReZero Starting Life in Another World Season 3.
Holy fuck, this has been rough.
Yeah, so first off, I want to mention it right off the bat. Aoi Yuki, you're a great actress. You're a little too good at playing that character.
Look, she is going all in on one of the most repugnant characters in the show.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Though she has some strong competition.
Pretty strong competition, yeah, with Mr. Regulus Corneus. You piece of shit, scumbag. What the fuck?
One of the first things out of his mouth is asking her if she's a virgin. What the fuck?
After having her undressed and in a bed.
Yeah, no. Again, what the fuck, dude? He's like one of the sleaziest, slimiest motherfuckers.
Yes, which is why it's perfect that Akira Ishida is voicing him.
Dude does a good job of making him sound like a gross motherfucker.
Yes, he's very good at voicing gross motherfuckers.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have Capella. We'll just call her Capella.
Capella Emerada Luginica.
Yeah, she is fucking insane.
Yes.
In a truly horrifying way.
Yeah, some of that shit. That's some of the most disturbing versions of shape-shifting I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Tearing off faces and like emerging through the mouths and like tearing yourself apart, literally.
Yeah, and then we have all of Sirius and her bullshit.
Oh yeah, Sirius as well.
Also, I don't know if you noticed this, there are 2 gluttony bishops.
Yeah, I did notice that kind of immediately, and I'm like, what's going on there?
Yeah, I am very concerned, especially since Subaru does not seem to realize this.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't heard the name of either one of them. Or rather, he didn't know that Lai was a different one.
Yeah. So yeah, fun stuff happening.
Honestly, props to Otto for managing to escape from an archbishop.
Yeah. Otto is very crafty.
Yes, he is. Also, fuck Heinkel. Glad he got bodied.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the shit that's going on, I do wonder if Subaru is going to die here and get re-looped again at a checkpoint or not.
That's what I was wondering, because I thought he was gonna die at that encounter there, but then the dragon flew him off, and I'm like, huh.
And then dropped him into the water. Dude's missing a leg at this point.
Not only that, his leg is being warped into something. We don't know what.
Yeah, no, like, I am 90% sure he's going to die at some point soon.
Also, we don't know what's going to happen to Krush as well.
Yeah, Krush is not having a good time either.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's having a good time right now.
No. But yeah, also, this season is going to cut off at the midpoint for several weeks. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, no, that's going to be great. I can't wait. Oh, boy.
I think it's called, like, the attack and counterattack arcs or something like that.
Yeah.
So, like, episode 8, and then we're going to have, like, 6 weeks or some shit of a break. It's going to end off on a nasty fucking cliffhanger. I just know it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's done a good job of making all of the villains sufficiently disgusting and terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty messed up stuff.
Lots of good formulas for best antagonist already.
Yeah. Pretty much. Who knows? ReZero might be taking up both antagonist slots, to be honest.
Oh, actually, no. I think Lai and Regulus are both disqualified because they've already popped up in previous seasons.
Did he?
Lai's the one who ate Rem's memories.
Yeah, I know Lai, but I don't remember Regulus appearing.
Regulus is the reason that Betelgeuse took in the sin factor back in season 2 flashbacks.
I forgot he was in that flashback. Okay.
And that means dude's at least 100 years old.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah.
He has how many wives again?
At least 170 something.
That's a lot.
Yeah, dude's a fucking... There's a reason he's greed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he is greed for a reason.
Yeah, overall, we're in, like, the phase of a ReZero arc where everything's going straight to shit.
Yeah, and now we're just waiting for when/if Subaru dies.
I mean, we've seen some of his deaths so far, and they've all been really fucking disturbing.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, like, when he's gonna die again. If it's gonna be, like very soon or further off.
Yeah. Also, fucking Reinhard... Poor Reinhard in that one, loop where he accidentally kills Subaru and all of those civilians.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yep. Sirius's ability is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know how you deal with that.
I don't know either. All of them have very terrifying abilities.
Yeah, all of them are kind of overpowered.
I'm pretty sure that's the point of the sin factors.
Capella seems like actually immortal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is to some degree.
Yeah, she just regenerates.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens next, and I can't wait to see how many different ways Super will die still.
Yeah, also, it's also just a little off topic, but I'm seeing Rem in the cast list here, and it's just funny because she doesn't have a voice actress because she's freaking in a coma right now.
Rem.
Poor Rem. Hey, maybe Subaru can finally get revenge this arc. We'll see.
We shall see indeed.
Yeah.
But moving on to something that I think is probably less depressing.
Well, it's a little depressing, but not as depressing.
Let's move on to Ron Kamonohashi's Forbidden Deductions Season 2.
I'm glad we're back to the regular investigations for now.
Yeah, but at the same time, I really hope Winter's not dead.
Yeah, same. I was happy to hear that she is still alive, but she's probably going to be going through it.
I mean, they are apparently in critical condition, so... I've not seen any confirmation on gender, so yeah, I'm sticking with they for now. I honestly have no fucking idea.
I'm used to a female Winter, so it's that's why
that's fair. That's fair.
Instinctually said she, but we still don't have a confirmation on gender. So I
was honestly shocked because it seemed like Winter was gonna be like the main antagonist of the season.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So to see them get taken out just like that, I'm like, oh, okay, sure. To be fair, I guess technically they still could be, depending on what happens with them.
Yeah. But... To be fair, I did see. I think it was in the OP. I haven't watched it that many times, but I think there is maybe a scene in the OP of Winter and Ron shaking hands. So it's possible Winter comes back and betrays Milo, however the fuck you pronounce it.
The House of M.
Yeah, so it's there is a chance. I'm not gonna. I don't want to put too much stock in my faulty memory, given how much anime I've watched in the intervening period. But yeah,
yeah, I'm down for that. I want more Winter. I like Winter.
But that 3-episode arc was good. I thought the resolution to it was good, and the setup to it was good. Obviously, the hints were there if you were smart enough to figure them out with all the 96s, but I certainly wasn't until it was mentioned.
Nope, me neither. So I love mysteries. I'm not particularly good at them, so...
I mean, the worst part is, when they mentioned Iridium, I've paused it, and I googled Iridium, and I went through the fucking Wikipedia page for Iridium, and was like, I'm not seeing anything that would, make it a particularly important metal to be on the crossbow bolt. They're like, oh, it's Group 9, Period 6 on the table. I was like, yeah, I skipped over that part.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to research it. I should have, because damn. But that was a pretty clever hint. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Did anyone in universe say nice though?
No, because it's 96. Damn it, 96, not 60.
Yeah, it's 96.
Come on, Jack. Show some class.
Yeah.
What is this class of which you speak?
I don't know.
The class of 96.
Wasn't in that one. Bit too young for it.
What I will say is I definitely called that it was suspicious they had to download a ticket to get into the building. Because that definitely seemed like it was gonna be something, and it bricked their phones.
Yeah, which is again very clever. I didn't even think about that.
As I said, I wasn't sure exactly what would happen as a result of it, but it felt suspicious to me that the guy was so insistent. Oh no, you've got to download this ticket to get in onto your phone, rather than me just giving you a ticket to get in. It definitely seemed like there was going to be something that happened there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I think the other thing that didn't help with the 96 thing is it's obviously related to Ron's tattoo, but that is not a clear 96.
No, I always see a percent sign.
Yeah, that doesn't look like 96 to me, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then episode 17 was the start of this new little arc, which was a lot of fun. Though I did notice they've left Spitz behind.
Yeah, poor Spitz.
After inviting him, they just left without him. So I'm almost certain we're gonna get a scene to do. There's comedic scene to do with that.
They didn't even invite him. They were talking about inviting him, and they invited the doc instead. So, but Spitz overheard it because he still had the bug.
Yeah,
so...
no, I think it was a case of, oh, should we invite Spitz? He probably already knows about it, and he'll come if he wants to. Oh, okay, guys, I want to come. I'm gonna go pack it. Then he left, and then they invited the doctor. And were like, yeah, let's leave.
No, I think you're giving them too much credit. I think you're giving them too much credit. I don't even think they thought of that. I just think that they initially are going to invite him. He found out they were going to invite him, but they didn't actually invite him. They invited someone else, but Either way, it didn't work out for Spitz very well, unfortunately, and I feel sorry for him.
Yeah. Also, in terms of this mystery, the fucking, angry restaurant guy has got to be a red herring, surely.
It's a little too obvious. There's no way it's
that obvious, is it? It can't be.
They've never done that with a mystery in this show before, so I'm wondering what else is there.
I can't think it's... Maybe it's the other worker in the ice stand who's trying to frame that guy, because he's a shit boss.
Maybe. Ooh, maybe.
That's an idea that came to mind, but I would be honestly, it would be more of a surprise at this point if it was the angry guy. The other thing is, I can't believe it's taken me this long to realize that Kamonohashi is platypus in Japanese.
Yes, I didn't realize until they literally said platypus and he said Kamonohashi, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I was very much the same. Wait a minute. Pause. Go Google Translate. Platypus. Son of a bitch! How did I not realize that? There's been a lot of platypus imagery.
The detective has been a platypus the whole time.
Yeah. Also, when the corpse was found and the local police guy was like, what's that guy doing lying next to the body? And Toto was just like, oh, he's just your average suspicious weirdo. He doesn't mean any harm.
Yeah.
Great job there, Toto. Great job.
It was so funny.
Oh, God.
It's okay. He doesn't mean any harm. He's just your average suspicious weirdo. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Sure.
Another thing that's implying it's the other worker in the shack is that it does seem like the reason why the guy drowned is that I think it was his feet were encased in ice, and obviously they were saying, oh, we're out of shaved ice, which it's shaved ice. How are you sold out of ice?
Yeah, that is hard to believe.
So I'm wondering if the guy used up all the ice doing that, basically.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought. I didn't think of that. Okay.
Yeah. There was actually quite an emotional scene. A small scene, but it was still there in episode 17 of Ron being really frustrated about his condition. And then they just went straight to Ron being way too happy over the prospect of a murder after being so frustrated that he couldn't stop people dying.
Yeah. It was like, oh, thank God, another murder.
Yeah. But, no, Kamonohashi is still good. It's still very fun and interesting in the way it's doing mysteries. Because that's the thing. There is the setup. We are able to have these, discussions about the whodunit aspect of it, and a lot of there really some detective shows that certainly I've watched, I'm sure the two of you have watched, do this thing where, you know, it's only revealed in hindsight what it was, because the detective had this one piece of information that wasn't revealed to the audience until after everything was solved, sort of thing. Cough, cough, detective is already dead, cough.
Yeah, I
It's
hate
nice to
that
have
shit.
an actual fair play mystery, you know?
Yeah.
No, that is the worst, and in my opinion, if you do that, you're a bad mystery.
Yeah, no,
You're a
I
bad-
absolutely agree. But that's what I love about Kamonohashi, is that it, you know, yes, you have to be smart enough to go, Iridium, that's Group 9, Period 6 on the periodic table. I wonder if that has anything to do with Ron's tattoo.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, an actual good mystery will leave all the pieces there. It just won't make it intuitive as to how they fit together.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
and you know, the sign of a good mystery is when the reveal happens, and then you think back and go, shit, it was all there for me to figure out. I'm just not the brilliant detective. Sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been bamboozled, beguiled, bewildered.
Yeah.
They have to hide information to make it seem like the detective is smarter than you, even though you already know the detective is smarter than you.
Yeah.
You don't have to hide information. Like, give us a chance to solve it on our own. Even if we can't, you know, we'll learn something.
Yeah.
If we're able to piece it all together, if we see how they piece it all together, then it's like we'll get something out of it. It's more rewarding for the audience, you know.
With that final mystery with Winter, that where are Amamiya and the hacker? Like, for me, it was like, okay, well, from what Winter said, Ron will be able to see the explosion, which places it in eyesight. He has 4 minutes and can still solve it, which means it has to be close by, and like Ron said, it's likely connected to 96 somehow, and you know, and that was the solve, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just working through all the information that was there. And obviously, you know, I probably, if I was to do it, I probably would have had to pause. I probably would have taken more than 4 minutes, but because Ron is the brilliant detective, he took less than 4 minutes. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's, you know, yeah, no, I do think Kamonohashi it's a very weird show, but it's a very fun show.
Yeah, no, it is fundamentally a good mystery show.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't vibe with it, it executes its mysteries very well, and that's why I like it, and why I don't like shows that don't.
Yeah. But we should probably move on at this point to our next show, which is Seirei Gensouki Spirit Chronicles Season 2.
It's only been a couple episodes on this one, but it's been some pretty interesting stuff. Biggest thing being basically Rio bringing everyone to the spirit village and dropping most of them off there so he can take care of a couple things while also being assured of their safety. Meanwhile, he brings Celia back to give a letter to her parents to let them know that she is okay after she got, you know, quote-unquote kidnapped from her less than willing wedding last season. So that was a very nice bit. Just her leaving the letter for her parents to find and her dad reading it. It's really nice. There's also all the stuff involving the summoned heroes who are starting to play a bigger role in the politics of the setting. And there is already a planned party of sorts planned between two kingdoms to introduce their respective heroes to one another, as well as the respective nobility. So it'll be interesting to see how that political situation shakes out. I do want to say, like, this one does do a lot more of delving into, like, the political situations and the realities of this kind of setting compared to most other isekai, which is definitely a point in its favor.
Yeah, that's something I've gathered from everything you've said about it. Which,
Honestly,
That's good, because, most isekai are pretty bad at that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to check it out, I would definitely recommend at least giving it a go, but...
If I do, it will not be anytime soon.
I understand. You and I both have massive backlogs.
Yeah, we're both watching a lot, and we both have a lot in our backlogs, so it's like,
Yeah, let me just force this random isekai on you. I'm sure you'll be completely fine with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can't even finish that. But yeah, no, this has been pretty interesting though. But yeah, complications and stuff have started popping up here and there, and it's been very interesting to see what will shake out, and has been shaking out from all the fallouts. Speaking of complicated stuff going on, we should probably move on to another thing with a lot of moving parts.
Let's move on to Sengoku Youko, Part 2, Thousandfold Chaos Arc.
So that was a lot. That was a lot happening.
Yep. We're at a climactic battle when we're nowhere near the climax.
We still have like 8 or 9 episodes left.
We have 9 episodes left, yeah.
Fucking hell. And we've already got the start of Doren versus Jinu. That's gonna be a fucking
Doran's
crazy fight.
back! Doran's back!
Doran!
Yes! He's back! And he was training Mudo. What the fuck?
Training Mudo, which,
honestly,
that makes...
The flashback to that was great.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, they're both the right kinds of idiots for this.
Yeah.
They're both absolute meatheads. It's great.
And I do love that Jinon was like, nope, pipe bonk, going for Doran. Faded rivals time. Faded rivals time.
Yes, let's fucking go!
And hey,
what we've
so
seen of the
good.
fight so far has been great.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's probably been some of the better animation of season 2 as well.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely fucking clean. Oh yeah, also Shaku's back.
Shaku is back.
She's brainwashed, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it happened in episode 25, didn't it? Like the end of episode 25, and I watched the OP for that episode and went, shit, Shaku's gonna get dragged into the Void People's army, isn't she? Then that episode, that happened.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Still,
And
on the plus side, we got the return of another great character, the giant face in a cliff.
I knew it! I knew you were gonna bring that up!
It was the fact that in episode 26, Shinsuke was like, Elder, you should stay here and protect the village. And I'm just like, where else would I go? I'm a face in a cliff!
God.
Damn it.
God damn it! God damn it! You're killing me. Oh,
that fucking face. Every time.
I hate
also
it.
like Shinsuke finally coming back and meeting Shaku again is going to just fucking tear my heart out. Thank you very much.
Oh no, it's gonna be sad, but hopefully happy in the end. Hopefully.
The little taste of the reunion we got me really freaking emotional. I'm like, oh god.
I mean, just a reunion with Tama was bad enough.
Yeah, that too. Also, Cinia became a 1,000-arm cannon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
so there's
fun.
that.
I mean,
So,
it was unfortunately in a similar vein to Jinka at the end of season 1 of. It feels like he's pushing too far, pushing too hard and too far here. He's gonna need to be dragged back soon.
Yeah.
At least he got actual backup arriving in the form of Shinsuke and Tsukiko.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's also just a fundamental difference between Jinka and Senya at this point. Jinka was always about the fight. So
And the power, too.
The fight and the power, whereas Senya has always been about wanting to save people. I think that's the fundamental difference here, and that's what's going to stop Senya from going the same route as Jinka.
Yeah, which will ultimately save Jinka in the end, because
Yes.
Senya's going to be able to freaking do that.
The question is, if anything will be able to save Senya from the misunderstanding
Oh god, that was
involving
so
the
funny.
Yukio.
I genuinely think this is the most animated we've ever seen Senya, and it's him fucking like, no, I don't, no, please.
It's so funny. It's
Also, Doran being fucking taken out by a nosebleed was so fucking funny.
Oh yeah, no, like Doran's one weakness is boobs.
yeah, that's pretty great. I like that.
I mean,
Hey,
when you've been a
it's
hermit monk for most of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the in the plus side, it means that I mean, Jinon doesn't have boobs to flash.
Yep. It's gonna be all heat, baby, all heat.
Yeah. I also don't know how Targo is still alive.
Yeah,
he just keeps popping up, and now he's got
Dude's a
Barry's like
fucking
mech.
cockroach.
Yeah. Crafty little bugger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
good for him.
Another really great and emotional scene was Doran and Senya's reuniting.
Oh yeah.
Like Doran actually being like so happy that Senya's grown up to be a decent person.
Yeah. Honestly, Doran is one of the best characters in the show.
No, 100%, 100%.
And it's a show with a lot of really good characters.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's, you know, it's scenes like that make you realize that even though this series has ridiculously quick pacing, and it doesn't feel like, you know, it's leaving much time for character moments like that. When you get a scene like that, you suddenly realize, shit, no, I really do care about these characters a lot, and I'm,
Yeah.
you know, oh fuck. I mean, again, the stuff with Shaku. Shaku was in the show for all of what, 5 episodes? 4 episodes?
5-6 episodes, yeah.
Like, and yet we're all fucked up by the prospect of her and Shinsuke meeting up again, and Shinsuke having to fight her.
This is like really good, tight writing at play. I think part of it is just like the sweet spot between the time we spent with her and the time she's been gone.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is, again, how much it's affected Shinsuke, because you know, it's clear. You know, we get that scene in, I think it was episode 24, where Hanatora is trying to hit on Shinsuke, and he's still saying no. There's somebody I am waiting for here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's a lot. It's rough.
Here's another thing. I don't know whether this is going to be the case or not, but have you been getting the feeling that Tama's actually been trying to avoid Shinsuke at all?
Maybe. They have.
She has been weirdly distant. It feels like
they have interacted, but I feel like there's been a couple of times. I mean, obviously she left right away when they first met back up at the start of season 2, but there's been a couple of times where, you know, she's been with Senya or somebody else, and they've gone, oh, we'll go back to see Shinsuke, and then she's like, okay, this is where I leave. Like, yeah. I am wondering if there's going to be something like some guilt there, and there is going to be a scene about that.
There's absolutely 100% residual guilt. I'm just not sure how much that's going to be explored.
Yeah, I hope it is, because it would be an interesting way to take it. But as I said, for me, it just feels like, you know, they've obviously not been together a lot in the second season, and it's been quite conspicuous given, you know, how much of a bond they did have in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that the trio of fucking fight idiots decided it was
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins, first come, first served to fight Jinon.
Yeah, no, their whole strategy was, alright, on 3. 1, 2...
I mean, Mudo especially, the fact that he got, like, distracted by that, what was it, the wind girl so much. She was just basically just avoiding his attacks and just dragged Mudo away. But yeah, no, I mean, Sengoku Youko is still fucking great. It's still so superb.
Yeah.
This has been so good, and I can't wait to cry during the next episode.
Yeah, no, next episode's gonna hit fucking hard. It really is.
I'm going to be weeping.
I just want everyone to be okay.
Same.
But yeah,
fun show.
Yeah, we should probably move on to our next show, which is Shangri-La Frontier Season 2.
Oh, this is a lot lighter. Yes. I love how everyone in the main cast is a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. The vicious betrayal. Just I can't believe you did that, Sunraku. How could you do that?
Poor Gale.
How could you do that to your bestie like that?
Very casually and easily, it turns out.
She'll be okay.
Yep. But yeah, the ways in which the main squad backstab each other is hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's also just like very interesting lore stuff we got recently.
Yeah, we learned a lot about the other I forget what they called them, but the other
Colossi, I think.
What was that?
Colossi, I believe.
Yeah, sure, that's probably it. Yeah, the Colossi or whatever. We learned about them. And we see a meeting of the guilds, which is pretty interesting.
Yep. I'm very curious as to what Pencilgon means by an alliance between them.
Yeah.
And what the target of said alliance will be. I'm willing to wager it's going to be something to do with Lycagon, which we find out Lycagon is a girl, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. That is a lady wolf. A very scary lady wolf.
Yeah, we found out the names of 3 of the other Colossi. One of which is apparently like some sort of Eldritch location type thing. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a Kraken and a Dragon for the other 2 that we learned about.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah. Apparently this game just has a lot of like lore hidden in places, which is pretty I like that, because that's the kind of stuff I really fuck with in games, where it's like,
oh yeah,
you only know the name of this thing because it's hidden in this one book in this one area. I'm like,
this is some Skyrim shit.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, that's some deep stuff. Find out the secrets.
Yep, and there's a whole ass guild dedicated to unpacking the secrets.
Yeah.
Fucking love Pencilgon just like, oh hey, I have this book of lore that we got from Wezamon. gimme. Just extorting the dude for it.
Good for her.
Yeah. Still jarring with that dude's voice, by the way.
Yeah, it's very funny.
It is very funny. I wonder who they got to voice the character in the dub.
Actually, yeah, that's a good question.
They probably got someone with a deep voice to do it, just because it's like central to the gag.
Which character?
The librarian.
Is there a name?
He's just called Professor.
Right.
Gabe Kunda. Oh, that's a good one.
Gabe Kunda, yeah.
He is a good choice. He has a real deep voice. Yeah, that's perfect casting there, right there. Oh, well, Ian Sinclair voices Hermes. That's so funny.
Oh, that's great.
I know you probably won't get around to this anytime soon, Mel, but the dub for this does seem like it has a really good voice cast.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, the fucking Yakuza Rabbit is voiced by Chris Guerrero, so...
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant. Also, apparently, Professor is married, and his wife also plays this game. So, very curious to see them eventually.
Yep. It's very, very curious about that.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't look like the dub of season 2 has dropped yet, so...
Yeah, we're only a few episodes in, so...
It's literally just 3 episodes so far.
Yeah, it probably won't happen for another couple weeks.
Oh yeah, I also love the whole bit of the whole party ganging up on the one enemy, because it's an all DPS party.
That's great.
Just overkill personified. But yeah, no. The Shangri-La Frontier continues to be an absolute delight.
Yeah. Lots of good fun. I'm just curious to see where things go from here, because they're talking about this the guilds working together, and it does seem like Lycagon is the next target, which I mean,
Let's
makes
see how well
sense.
that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how well that goes.
I get the feeling that they have a lot less knowledge about Lycagon than they did about Wazaimon.
Yeah. I mean, Sunraku apparently knows the most about Lycagon.
And he encountered it once and got absolutely fucking bodied.
Yeah, he only knows what he knows because he's a massive nerd.
Yep.
But I'm sure he really wants that run back, so that'll be fun to see if it does happen this season. But yeah. Also, we still haven't seen Ninja Girl, who I want to know her story too.
Yeah, I am curious.
She has a rabbit friend, so I'm sure it's going to
Yes.
tie into rabbits somehow.
Yes. Oh yeah, it was very interesting to find out about the whole thing. Like, you get there's a whole side quest where people can take a quick tour of Rabbitsa, but there's no one but Sunraku has found a way to actually get into the city on a more permanent basis.
Yeah.
Which is very curious.
Yeah, they know about Rabbitsa, but they don't know, but they aren't able to just come and go as they please.
Yeah, no wonder the whole Animal Lovers Guild is like so diehard to learn more.
Yeah.
Also, the whole bit of like Sunraku delegating it to Emule and having to wake her up from her coma thing.
Yeah. Snuggle coma.
Or snuggle coma, yeah.
Yeah.
A carrot parfait.
No, it's more Shangri-La Frontier, and it's really, really fun. I love this show.
Yeah. It is an absolute blast.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the show that is unfortunately, cutting our list of sequels apart. It is The Stories of Girls Who Couldn't Be Magicians.
I'm not dropping it just for your convenience, Mel.
I'm not saying dropping it, but I might just bring it down a couple of spots so it's after Tonbo. So we've got like fucking, 7 sequels in a row. No, after Tower of God 8. After Tower of God 8.
No, we gotta break up the flow somehow. But yeah, this has actually gone in an interesting direction, because it's leading into some interesting ideas of, hey, maybe this whole hierarchy around the supposed arbitrary selection of people to be in the magic track or not be in the magic track has a reasoning behind it that's more than a little sinister. So there's that whole angle that they're going with a little bit, and but they're also leaning a little bit into like the core of where magic comes from and its more ancient roots as well, which is also very interesting.
Yeah.
And tying into that is little characterizations we're getting of the main cast of female characters, who are also starting to bounce off each other a bit more in fun and interesting ways. But yeah, I'm really liking the direction this one's going. It's a very interesting angle, for sure. I know you weren't as high on it, and that's why you dropped it, but I'm liking it, and the pastel art style has really just continued to be a very fun aesthetic for me, I think.
No, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Overall, really having a good time with this one, but should probably move on to another solo one for me. That's fun.
Let's move on to Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online Season 2.
So they're in Squad Jam number 3, the Team Battle Royale situation. And they've the admins have added a little twist to this one. One member of every team is now of every remaining team who has survived the bulk of the slaughter is now a traitor, and they are pulled out of their respective teams to form a new team to fight everyone else. That can only go well, right? Right?
Yeah, probably.
Especially with everyone's favorite murder hobo, Pita Hui, being the apparent traitor in Len's team. That's going to go really fun. But yeah, Pito is taking it with quite a bit of gusto. She's very happy with the whole situation, as it were. Most of the other selected traitors are less happy with it, though.
I imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, because no one was consulted on this when the organizers were cooking up this whole shenanigan. They cooked something, all right. But yeah, very interesting to see how the strategies pan out on this one, especially with the whole shrinking map thing, putting quite the timer on this. But yeah, very fun arc so far, and very curious to see how it will pan out and wrap up.
Okay, let's move on then to my final show of the list. It is...
God damn.
Tonbo Season 2. So... As it turns out, well, when I went to check on this a couple of weeks ago, maybe a few days after the premiere stream, I realized that the only episode available to me on Amazon Prime, which is where I've been watching Tonbo, or where I watched the first season at least, was the that first episode, which was a recap, and none of the later episodes were available. That seemed like it was fucking dumb, but hey, I thought Ranma were just fucking dumb. So I then went and then I was like, okay, well, I'm fairly sure they uploaded episodes to YouTube last season. They're probably doing it this season, but I'll have to use a, VPN, because it's only uploaded in America, because of course it is. Or at least, it is uploaded in America, it's not uploaded in the UK. I was like, well, this is going to be a pain in the ass if I have to start my VPN every time I want to or change my VPN to America every time I want to watch an episode of Tonbo. Not to mention, YouTube is just not great in general. I was like, oh, it looks like it's also on fucking Tubi, which is not a streaming service I have ever used. I don't think I even knew it existed.
So how do using Tubi go?
Tubi is okay. I've managed to, I've got my subtitles set up right. I'm using the Comic Sans font because I can. I'm not sure about the quality because it seems like it's only going up to 720p.
It's not the worst quality you can get.
No, it's it's still technically high definition, but it's just weird to me at this point.
I've used Tubi to watch Kamen Rider actually, and that worked out pretty okay.
Like I said, Tubi is not a bad streaming service. If nothing else, it doesn't have fucking ads on it like Prime.
Yeah.
And hey, if anyone else wants to watch Toradora dubbed, X-Driver the movie, English dub, Figure 17 dubbed, Die Buster the movie, I don't fucking know what I'm even reading anymore. You know, fucking go for it. Tubi is there, it's free. You don't have to subscribe or anything, so I'll take that. But yeah, and you want to know what I found out just a couple of days ago, maybe even yesterday actually.
What?
So it was yesterday because I watched episode 5 of Magilumiere, which, as you know, is also on Amazon Prime. And once you finish however many episodes of a show there are, Amazon Prime will suggest to you another show related to the show you've just finished watching.
Oh no.
Amazon Prime suggested to me Tonbo.
What?
As it turns out, Amazon Prime does have every episode of Tonbo available for me to watch. It's just not fun. It just took like I don't even fucking know what happened with it, but I checked again and I did something. I can't even fucking remember what I did anymore. But I now have access to not only every episode of season 2 of Tonbo, but I now have access again to every episode of season 1 of Tonbo, if I so choose.
Great.
Nice.
But fuck you, Amazon Prime, you fucking shit service. You absolute garbage service that apparently just decided, we're just gonna take these episodes away for you. I have no idea what happened. No idea what happened. Y'all remember
the days of Anime Strike? Because
yes.
I don't. Not anymore.
Good old Anime Strike.
God, that was such a fucking terrible idea.
Anyway, in terms of the actual show, I've watched 3 episodes. 3 actual episodes, not including the recap. But basically, Tonbo is now on the mainland. She's living with a friend of Igaiga's called Hajime, who's going to be her coach now. Hajime has other kids he's coaching who, you know, fucking poo-pooed Tonbo at first because she was, you know, country bumpkin and, you know, couldn't use a driver at first because, you know, she's never used a driver before. Though, interestingly, one of the characters introduced was a girl named Hinoki, who is apparently one of the best junior players out there and has a dick of a dad. He's one of those, like, oh, you have to be the best because I'm paying so much money to make sure that you're the best type thing.
Sounds like a pleasant dude.
Yeah, he's a fucking dick. But Hinoki herself is actually very nice, which I like. And yeah, she gets introduced to Tombo's insane form of golf, which is very, you know, very risk heavy and very, you know, it's either gonna go really well or it's gonna go badly. And episode 17 was the first proper competition that Tonbo has been in, which is going to be interesting. Again, Tonbo got some, you know, sniggers over the fact that she only has 7 clubs, and then the episode ended with Tonbo taking her first shot and absolutely fucking blasting the ball away. So, yeah. Also,
I may have 7 clubs, but I also have 2 hands. Whack, whack, whack.
Sabura from season 1 is also at this tournament, and they re-met up with Tonbo, which was quite nice. So yeah, Tombo's still chugging along quite nicely. And like I said, the subs definitely seem better this season, which is good. But yeah, we should probably move on to the last sequel on the list. It is Tower of God Workshop Battle.
So Rack is back. Everyone's favorite size-changing alligator.
I was gonna ask about the size thing. Why does he look like he's like 6?
I don't know how he does it. I don't remember if it was ever mentioned in the first season. It is very funny for sight gags, though.
It is very funny because, again, he looks like a child.
He does, and at the same time, he is continuously calling everyone else turtles. He has taken to calling Wagnon curry turtle.
All right.
Because he looks the color of curry, apparently.
Fair enough.
But yeah, the whole workshop battle has finally started to get underway, and they've added an interesting twist to it. Whatchamacallit? So basically, there's multiple stages involved, and the first stage has both a bunch of individual members of a few teams competing with one another in a game, but there's an added element in which each team leader wagers on the results of the game before the game occurs, and however well they place their bets will determine how they rank in the ongoing competition.
Okay.
So that's an interesting twist.
Yeah.
No idea how that's going to pan out. But definitely a unique way to handle that kind of competition. And what else? Oh, there's also the whole thing of Endorsi finding out that Ban is alive and is one of the same as Jovial Grace. So that's fun.
Alright.
This can only go well.
Yeah, sure.
No one else knows that Kun is alive, though. He is currently walking around in disguise whenever he has to go out and about.
Wait, people thought Kun was dead?
Yeah, after the whole thing where Bomb was publicly unveiled as the new Slayer candidate, Jovial Grace. It was a whole thing. It was during their reunion. It was a bit of a mood killer.
Okay.
But yes. So yeah, crazy stuff is happening now with the new workshop battle going on. But yeah, be interesting to see how this whole thing goes, since this is apparently going to take up the rest of the core, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning to be caught up on this by the end of the year, Mill?
I make no promises.
No promises, huh?
It'll also depend on how quickly Crunchyroll gets the dub out, so...
I'm pretty sure the dub has at least gotten through the first stretch of the season.
Ah, that's very possible. Let me...
You can check if you want.
Yeah, let me just check quickly.
But yeah, crazy shit's happening right now. And,
it is 2 episodes behind.
Oh, damn. I know you're not going to rush to catch up on this, but...
Probably not now.
I do hope you at least try to catch up by the wrap-up.
I'll see what I can do. My schedule is hopefully going to be a lot better in the next couple of months, so yeah, we'll just have to see.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And hey, with a lot of the returning the cast from the previous season coming back, you'll have a lot more characters you actually like from prior.
Like is a strong word.
You're familiar with.
Still seems a little strong. Vaguely remember might be right.
Yeah, I know neither of us are like super hardcore big on the series.
Yeah,
but I'm enjoying what it's offering right now.
I'll do my best, but as I said, I just make no promises.
Understandable. Have a nice day. But yes, should probably move on. I am going solo for the last few shows of this.
Yes, you are.
So that's fine. Yep.
You got this.
Let's move on to our penultimate show, which is Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister.
Oh dang! It looks like the sisters are in a dead heat for the affections of our leading lad. And oh, what's this? Why, it's Ye coming in with a steel chair and that devastating cheek kiss. Gotta love the whole aspect of that. But yeah, basically there was a whole arc of them having to save the shrine with a big festival because of a really shitty greedy dude who was like, hey, I'm paying for this shit, so if you don't pull in a shit ton of guests, I'm shutting this down and kicking you out of your ancestral shrine because money.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
And through a combination of community support, social media campaigning, and savvy marketing, they managed to pull through. Despite said shitty, greedy business dude trying to sabotage them by creating a fake account and getting their own account banned as fake. And
Wonderful.
Then saying the festival has been canceled. You know, like a dipshit.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, yeah, the festival goes off, and they narrowly managed to hit the benchmark that they had basically agreed upon as the necessary measure to actually get the business shitlord to back off. And yeah, Yai is so happy she winds up kissing Uryu on the cheek, which shocks both him and her sisters, which is very funny. Overall, very fun arc that does a little bit to help flesh out the cast and also just get a nice, not rhythm per se, but a good dynamic going between the four leads. And to also shake things up a little bit with a nice little kick in the pants at the end. Yeah, this is a pretty classic harem rom-com type series with a nice little twist to it that I am enjoying so far.
Fair enough. Alright, let's move on to our final show, which is... You Are Ms. Servant.
This is probably the funniest show I'm watching solo. Like, I don't know what it is, like, it's not just one element, it's just like a nice conglomeration of elements revolving around the protagonist, his maid slash maybe kind of sort of ish love interest, and also his little sister, who is definitely a shipper on deck for the two.
I mean, I think I saw a scene from this on Twitter, which was like, I think the teacher like threw a piece of chalk at the main boy. The girl tried to stop it, but just ended up splitting it in half, and he got both pieces in both eyes.
Yep, that was very funny. Yeah, no, she did the whole cool thing where she splits it in midair and it winds up hitting him in the eyes instead.
Yeah. It should be fair, it seemed pretty funny.
Yeah, it's consistently very funny. Yuki also has like this obsession with tonkatsu sauce, which she just puts on everything because she thinks it's the coolest shit. And honestly, like there's this whole bit, and I think it was episode 3 where she just straight up does all. No, it's episode 4 where she does this cool ass parkour sequence to get from point A to point B across a school in order to get the tonkatsu bread that's on sale on the opposite of the school for all the fanatics get there before her. It's like they did not need to go that hard on a parkour sequence in a rom-com anime. And yet they did. But yeah, it's pretty fun, and looks like we're finally getting a wrinkle with the introduction of a person from Yuki's old line of work, posing as the school nurse. Who seems to have some nefarious intentions. Very curious to see where that goes. Yeah, this is a really fun one, honestly.
All right. Again, very glad you're enjoying it.
Yep.
Well,
I think that's the whole list.
Yep, that is everything for today, tonight, whatever. I don't think we're going to be making that list too much shorter.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
But
Here's what it is.
hopefully we are now getting a good idea of what we want to include for the year-end stream. So that should also be good.
Yep. Well, that's stuff we'll talk about off
Yes,
stream.
we'll talk about this once we've done. But thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. We might not have D&D tomorrow. We'll have to see. But we will definitely still be streaming. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like, subscribe, comment down below. Don't forget to press that bell icon, please.
And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for whatever it is we end up doing. Good night.
Later.
Bye-bye.